Come on, go live. Welcome everybody to the Culture Cast. And this is episode 32. Tubbs, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
And as is the norm now, Bruno is being late. God knows what he's up to, probably doing something bad. But anyway,
he's weekly haul already.
but yeah, he's weekly haul. So guys, how have you been? In the comments, hello everybody. Thanks for dropping by. Already we have Damien who says, evening all, was saying perhaps a Halloween themed cast. We could maybe go for a Ghostbusters special, films, cartoon, plenty of ghosts too. Yes, whoop, hold on. So guys, how have you been? I'm actually doubling over, one sec. Hello everybody. But yeah, so yeah, Ghostbusters special is something definitely we'll do when the movie is coming out, I think.
Oh yeah, Afterlife. Yeah.
Yes, which is getting rave reviews at the moment. Also, let's see. Connor said Bruno's having a poo. Bruno, I hope you heard that.
He's having a massive poo before he starts.
That was a massive poo. Lovely.
He's fucking way earlier than usual. I like it.
It was one of those stop, drop, and go ones, right?
Yeah. It was let's squat over, let it drop. Whip, we're good. It was a one wiper as well.
Oh god. See, you're only doing it well if you don't need tissue at all.
Yeah. Even better is if you manage to do a drop and you get Neptune's kiss. Done.
Poseidon's kiss, I thought.
Oh, why did I say Neptune? Yeah, Poseidon's kiss. I mean, if Neptune wants to kiss there,
it's even worse that I knew what you were talking about. Though. I was able to even correct you.
Wait,
but
Neptune? What the fuck is Neptune? Is also god of the sea. Oh fuck it! It works either way.
Yeah, but
Poseidon. Yeah. Anyway.
Tac Toys. The film says Sunday evening chat Resident Evil hijinks. Yes, we will talk about that in a while. Connor has said already. Bruno's having the flu.
Thank you, Connor.
Jonathan said, good evening, Brian, Tubbs. And also, Bruno, I'm going to say, because you weren't here when he typed that, Tubbs' PS5 controller and chat. I love it.
Wait, Tubbs has a PS5? There you go.
He's got a PS5. Oh my God.
We got it out early. We got it out early. Done. Okay.
Did you know, Bruno, Tubbs had a PS5 controller?
No, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Me neither.
No, I just have a PS5 controller. That's it. Like.
Yeah.
I heard he kicked some small child and stole it from him.
Totally worth it.
Which would have been a large child to him, so pretty good achievement.
Brian was like, we need a new skit for the show, and I'm like, I get a PS5 controller and pretend I have one, and that'll be the running joke for the entire time we're here.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tubbs.
Don't get chill with him.
Tac Toys and Damien say hi to each other.
I'm not gonna lie. Half of the shit tonight's gonna fly over my head because I have not had caffeine in like fucking 24 fucking hours. So I'm like,
mate, go and grab some powder and sniff it. You'd be good.
There's none in my house. This is the problem. I forgot to get it.
Oh
yeah. So I'm like a junkie coming down that fucking crack at the moment now, like, you know.
Wow.
What type? Oh God.
Go on anyway.
What type of coffee do you use? Is it just like the instant one, or do you use like?
Oh yeah. I mean, any coffee really, but it's normally dark coffee. I drink like.
It's into his veins.
I was gonna say if you used coffee like filter, you'd still be able to get some from the bin. Just like scoop out.
I wonder is there caffeine in tea? Like, could I like take?
There is
out of the actual tea bag into the cup.
No, because it's just caffeine, not coffee. You'd still be drinking tea, mate.
Yeah, it's too late at night to fucking even try and fucking put the band-aid on that wound now, like, you know.
So you actually
you're better off just lean into it now, Tubbs.
Wait.
What, Bruno?
I said, so you've actually not had coffee in 24 hours?
No, not a bit. And I am like fucking like seeing things coming through the wall, man. I'm fucking funny. Like.
Tubbs is able to see colors again. It's like, oh.
Am I still here?
is this what that is?
Let's just read through the rest of the comments. Mick says, meow, said the chicken. Death by doggies. There we go. James McGurk says, hi, everyone. Hi, James. How are you doing? Hope you're having a great Sunday. And everybody else, obviously, as well. Mick, fertilizing the land. Eh, Bruno?
Yep.
I like it. Connor said, I'm eternally sorry, Bruno. Connor, don't ever be sorry.
No, don't be. It was
we
a
are.
massive
We
poop,
all have. We're well able to take it.
especially
Mick
my
says he doesn't have a PS5. And Tac Toys says, I'm learning so much about. Oh look, there it is. Which child did you steal that from? Was that the even smaller one?
Yes.
Oh.
He drop kicked them in the face. Okay.
Tac says, I'm learning so much about poo this evening and PS5 controllers. Tez Roland says, "Aye up, guys. Nice one on 800, Brian. Thanks, Tez, very much." Jonathan says, Tubbs, have a Coke and smile. Yes, I will.
I would if there was Coke in the house.
Connor says, hey, Tubbs. Mick says, Jono. Tez says, hey up. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Now, before we go any further, I just want to say I put out a video yesterday.
You did.
Kind of saying that I had 800 subscribers, which I'm absolutely beaming with. But what I wanted to say is I was absolutely floored by the response in the comments. Some of the comments I got from the guys who are actually in the chat at the moment, literally like hit me there, like, and I don't talk like this a lot because I'm not a very feelingsy guy, but I was genuinely smiling at some of the comments yesterday from the likes of Mick, Connor, yourself, Bruno, yourself, Tubbs, Damien, all the guys in the chat, they all commented as well, and literally it blew me away. So a massive thank you once again for everyone that got in touch. Everyone that didn't, yes, also because they all gave me likes, comments, and all that in the past and future, hopefully.
You deserve it, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As I just wanted to add to what Tubbs said. Like, you deserve it. Honestly, I remember when you properly started dedicating yourself to it, like you were constantly putting out video reviews.
When I had fuck all else to do.
doesn't matter. Like
lockdown.
A lot of people had fuck all off to do, and they were still doing nothing. So you at least put some you put some effort into it. Like, I remember watching you, Tubbs, and you doing the
before you jumped on.
Yeah, but it was the wrestling rewind.
Oh,
so
wrestle chat, yes.
That's it. So yeah, exactly. So mate, you've put in the hours, you put in the effort. Well done, congratulations. Honestly.
Thank you, Bruno.
Yeah.
And to you two guys as well. Thank you for coming on every Sunday and chatting shit. I know one of the guys in the comments said it was something that made their Sunday really made their Sunday look worthwhile. And that was just I think that was James McGurk actually in the chat. And that comment absolutely floored me that actually someone looks forward to seeing us on a Sunday, which is cool and makes me really want to do it more and more and more.
Yeah.
So enough with the fluffy shit. Let's move on.
I love you too, buddy.
Yeah. Always Tubbs. Bruno disappeared. You can't deal with it.
Big poo.
So let's just look at the comments again. Damien says, just to let you know, guys, Brian, myself, and Tacta all, and also Dan, who are trying to get together to speak about a proper James Bond figure, maybe in scale in line with the Doctor Who ones. Jonathan says, for fuck's sake, Tubbs, do they have any shops near you?
I do, but I was lazy.
Connor says, I started watching Foundation, and I have to say, Limerick looks smashing, has a spaceport and all. Yeah, Foundation, a new sci-fi show, currently streaming at the moment on Apple TV, I think, was filmed in Troy Studios in Limerick.
Wait. Did someone in the comments just say that Limerick looks amazing?
Yeah, because like some of it is filmed in Lanzarote, I think, and some of it is
No. I'm just saying is they obviously haven't seen the video of your one hitting 3, 4 fucking people outside of a nightclub in the middle of town.
Oh yeah, I literally just saw that news story before I came onto this.
That's Limerick City.
That's just a regular Saturday night in Limerick, in fairness.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to coming to visit then. Fuck it.
We'll have to keep you out of certain sections, Bruno.
They would not understand me.
Jonathan or Connor says it's pretty interesting for sure, but the story rolls all over the place. And Damien and Tac are having their own little chat there. We'll let them go. And Jonathan says, congrats, Brian. Casino Royale is on ITV4 as we speak. So it's fate. Well, we've seen it before, so you can stay watching us.
Nice. I like it. Very nice.
Damien says, "See, no time to die 4 times." Well, you had plenty of time, didn't you?
Wow.
And Mick says, "Dim Vikings, though, lol." Any good, Damien? I've heard No Time to Die is good. Okay, so we will get onto that in a bit as well. So
No Time to Die?
Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet.
I won't spoil it.
I was going to watch it this weekend, but anyway.
So have you guys got anything for this week's show and tell?
I do. I mean, I got this new
No,
mug growing.
I'm completely out this week. I've nothing, didn't buy nothing, didn't fucking nerd out.
Well, Tubbs, we will have something for you next week, I am told.
Oh,
yes, I will have something next week.
Tubbs, next week you should show and tell the coffee that you buy.
Do you know what I'm going to do next week? I'm going to make the coffee while I'm online.
Oh my god,
we can stirring that shit and everything.
We need to have your laptop by the.
We can actually see Tubbs making a coffee. It's like when you see somebody else making tea and you're like, why the fuck did you put milk first? Are you broken? Like those types of things. We can judge you now.
I'll put honey in my coffee.
Oh yeah, you told us the story. You did. Is it because you don't who? I don't remember now.
Too sour to sweeten.
There's a story that we can get to eventually, but yeah, nobody wants to hear about how I make my coffee, Bruno.
You looked it up somebody's body, then you had a coffee shot. You're like, oh, I like this.
Well, see, what I do is I normally put the coffee into the cup, right, and then I stir it, and then I get the honey.
Stir those nubs for me, baby. Stir them. Stir those nubs.
Look at that whiteness! Come on.
Oh,
blinding. That's next gen fucking light right there.
You're in 4K.
Christ.
I have some stuff. Did you get some stuff?
I did. You can fire ahead, my friend.
Okay. I got the Shattered
Glass.
Thank you. Megatron. And it also comes with the comic book, by the way, which
that's cool.
Whilst I actually put it upside down. Oh, look, something on my sleeve. I haven't read any of these, but I'm probably going to, because I actually don't know anything about the Shattered Glass storyline. I just really like the
think it's not a spoiler, but I think it's like
reverse
opposites.
Yeah, because you have good Starscream. Megatron is supposed to be good. So yeah,
seems so weird, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't actually have the toy, but I will show the back of it. I got this bad guy, wink wink, Mayfex Mandalorian. Good figure. Go on.
So it's like Tubbs' PS5. They only sent him the controller. They only sent you the box.
I only have the box, so it's much cheaper for me to buy boxes from people who already have them, and then I can say that I have the figures.
You just have to display.
That's why I've got all the boxes behind me. There's no action figures.
No action figures. That's just a poster that you like. That's a picture in your background.
Green screen.
A green screen, exactly. So yeah, it's a decent figure, but to be honest, a bit underwhelming. I have the Figure Arts one, and I don't think.
And Mayfex are pretty pricey, isn't it?
Mayfex are pretty pricey. I mean, it does come with a lot of accessories, like you can see. Like the fire, it does come with Grogu as well, which is nice, which the Figure Arts one didn't. But I suppose if you already have the Figure Arts one, it's very samey. So I know it sounds wrong, kind of regret it in a way.
Really?
Do you know what you could do?
Yeah, sell it.
You could use that version as a custom Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah, it could do, but nah.
Do it.
Nah, I'm sure I'd customize.
Because I actually want to see how it turns out. That could be your show and tell for a week or two's time. We could be like, hey, look at my new Boba Fett. It's actually a custom from the fucking Mandalorian I showed you 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But you haven't seen me customizing shit. Looks fucking horrendous. So yeah, it's not a bad job.
Part of the fun.
And then last but definitely not least, I think this is my favorite figure for this week. Mayfex Magneto.
Nice. Very cool.
Mate, I know that they did this with the Age of Apocalypse version because he has the long.
He's the braids kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I genuinely think that Mayfex, like their comic book line, I'm all in on this shit. Like this is a perfect Magneto. I actually bought little Sentinel. Do you guys remember the old Toy Biz Sentinel bases? I bought one of those just so Magneto could go on top of it. Just fucking perfect. Anyway,
Connor said Connor said you could cover it in mud and get out in front of that Mando repaint.
What did he say? What did he say?
Cover it in mud.
Oh, I could
There
just
you
do
go.
that. Or I could
And-
sell the toy back. You know, whatever.
And Connor, you're
Custom
after
it, Bruno. Just custom the shit out of it. Put like fucking turn it into fucking like one of the Teletubbies or something. Just give us a show.
The Teletubbies Mandalorian. Absolutely.
Connor,
The babysitter
you're
Mandalorian.
after reminding me of someone who did that with the Star Wars Black Series one when they came out last year, the year before.
Yeah.
They tried to muddy it up, but it literally, like, I'm not mentioning any names here, but it literally looked like they stuck the figure up their arse. It was like perfect. Dirty. It was so fucking weird.
Oh man. Maybe they did stick it up there.
Very possibly knowing the person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm saying as
Yeah.
well, Brian. I don't have a show and tell, but I did start something new this week.
You stuck
Oh.
something. Stop joking. Go on.
So I can briefly talk about that.
Yes.
I started laying the first 4 pages of my graphic novel this week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you say playing?
No, Lane.
Hmm?
Oh, laying. You're doing
I
your own
started
graphic.
laying them out, as in like the borders, the characters, the kind of the. It's literally just drawn. There's no inking on it or anything yet, or anything like that. And I don't think I
shit,
will
fair
do
play.
that. I think I think I'll wait until like I get to like a certain page limit, then I start inking and shading and things like that. But I mean,
So how many pages, dude?
Oh, I mean, I'm looking to do like a graphic novel at least 30, 40 pages. Now, I haven't
Nice.
decided.
Tubbs is
Are they going
quite
to be
the artist, in case
double-sided,
I
or
haven't
are they
mentioned
going
it before.
to which?
I said Tubbs is quite the artist, in case I haven't mentioned it before.
I mean,
didn't
like
know
when it
this.
comes to like cartoon and kind of comic booky stuff, yeah, I'm pretty good. But yeah, but life drawing and stuff is kind of Jesus. Yeah, I'm not really good at that. But yeah, so I'm gonna fucking do it in my own kind of like style and just kind of see how it fucking pans out, like
Nice.
And
Holy shit,
I'm
dude, that's awesome.
yeah, and the plan when it's finished is to release it digitally and physically.
How are you going to fund it? Kickstarter or?
No. I mean, I could do that. I mean, at the end, nobody. I suppose we could see it, but I mean, I've ADHD, buddy. I'd probably fucking end up following a fly out the window. Do you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? There'll be no fucking construct of fucking like balance on it, but it's definitely going to be physically produced. I'm going to produce it myself physically if I have to. I work with Kablam Comics. They work with indie fucking. It's another thing. It's their sister site that goes online then as well.
Yeah.
So there'll be 2 places to buy it, like, you know what I mean? But I definitely, yeah. But that's been Brian knows that. Brian, I've been talking about this for a while.
That's fucking awesome, man.
So yeah,
That will be all over this channel when it happens.
Yeah.
Yes. There'll be a copy in the mailbox for Bochi. So.
Yeah, baby. Very nice, dude. Honestly, I'm actually shocked. I didn't know that you drew. That's fucking awesome. I really can't wait to
He's
read
full
it.
of surprises.
Yeah, man. Like, come here. Last week you learned I was a wrestler. Let's be honest with you. You're learning I'm an artist this week. It's
Yeah.
that's the beauty. I've always said it, right? I've had this conversation before with people. I've always said it. With having that whole ADHD brain, right? It's a beauty. It's a curse and a beauty.
Mhm.
It is basically there's a curse attachment to it because you're so impulsive and all that madness we won't get into because that's a whole other conversation. But it creatively
It helps.
it spans me in a lot of different directions. So yeah, it works sometimes.
Mate, that's also I honestly, as soon as you have something, I would love to read it. That's
wicked, dude. Awesome. Yeah, as I said, I'll be pounding that shit out to you, like.
We're still talking about comics, right?
Yeah, but I won't be like pounding it through your letterbox, but you know what I mean.
You mean my letterbox, or you mean my letterbox?
But yeah, so at least there's
a box of some type.
Movement in the project now. So
okay, awesome, very nice.
That's good news.
That's awesome, Tubbs, and we will 100% support you on here. Also,
thank you, bud.
Before I go into mine,
beat that show and tell, bitch. Sorry.
I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna try. But I'm going to read the comments before I do mine to get some breath between them. Like, Jonathan said, Brian and Connor, can't remember which one of you recommended the Why the Last Man comic, but it's really good so far. That was me, I believe, on some other stream as well. Damien says, anyone got any new Thundercats? Not me. You're not collecting Bruno, you're not Tubbs.
I have the Super 7 ones.
They're the ones he's talking about, I believe.
Yeah, I've just paid the pre-order for them in the US. I'm waiting for them to come over.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Brian, asking a man who didn't bother to shop for coffee and coke, did he pick up any toys? Can you see the Can you see the flaw in your plan?
Fair play.
This is very true. Yes.
Beautifully done. Damien says, Tubbs, honey is good, but try malt extract, Tubbs. We all have our habits. No.
Yes. I mean, my biggest problem is if I don't get like caffeine into my system, like by tomorrow, I probably will end up in a bag of coke by Tuesday, like, you know.
I just so was not expecting that.
Oh,
It's just how casually you said it as well. Just like, what the fuck, man? The delivery, fair play to us. Jesus. Okay.
Jonathan says comic is really good, kind of early Walking Dead levels of awesome, only without the zombies and grim darkness. Oh, the grim comes further on in that comic, definitely. Tim Bambridge says, evening chaps. Hey Tim, how are you?
Are you, bud?
He is asking, are you lot back in the HasLab Star Saber? Still thinking an hour and a bit to go.
No, come on.
It's not for me, like, but I can definitely see the wanting it for fans. Like, it looks really, really cool, and it's cheaper as well than the Galactus and stuff.
Significantly cheaper, and they also have everything, right? Everything's been unlocked, I think. So, I mean, shit, 20,000 backers. It's like 2 hours to go. Honestly,
That's worth the money, definitely.
It is, but at the same time, like, I have no attachment to this character, and you know, I've been telling you that I need space. So I personally wouldn't. The only reason if I would even consider going for this, to be honest, is if I wanted to resell it.
There's some really detailed Power Rangers, boys.
Yeah. Look at that split though. Look at that. You could helicopter with that.
Ric Flair style.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, no, that's a no from me. I can't justify it. There is a limit of 5. I could buy 5 and then just sell them, but no.
No, I'd be the same. I wouldn't buy it myself, but if it looks class, if I was a fan of it, I'd be dropping my balls for that, definitely.
Drop your balls for it. But yeah, pass. But are they going for it?
That's what he's thinking. It's an hour to go.
Sorry, I just want to. If you are thinking about it, dude, go for it. Because
in my mind, if you're thinking about it, you've already made up your mind.
Yeah.
Because if you weren't going to get it, you won't get it. You won't think about it.
If you're pondering it, so go for it, and then if you don't want it, at least it will always sell at the price.
You can sell it on, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And take it from like a person that knows, right? I was thinking about getting coffee this morning and I didn't get it, and now look at the regret.
Look at the
regret. You
regret.
will regret that decision, my friend. So just buy the fucking thing.
The things he will do for coffee right now. If we were in Limerick, wow.
Okay. I'll drop you up. No, I won't. I'm sorry. Okay.
My knees are pretty sore, Bruno.
It's all right. It's all right. I got a couch. You can sit down.
Sorted. Just making it comfortable.
God, I'm so sorry.
Jonathan
Don't ever be sorry.
Jonathan says, I definitely pick up more Mayfix and SH Figure Arts if they were easier to get. And yes, I agree with him, because now you've got to really think about SH Figure Arts and Mayfix because of fucking import charges to Ireland, which weren't there in the past. As I said to you, as I said last week, though, Hobby Frontline, and I'm going to give them a shout out now in a minute in my gets, because I got something months before anyone else. Hobby Frontline in Cork on their website. It is Hobby Frontline, yeah, because I used to get it mixed up with Hobby Link Japan for some reason. But them and Big Bang are doing some figure arts and some Mayfix as well on their website if you go check them out as well. So there is options, but they're just very expensive is what I would say, really.
So as a point of comparison, how expensive was that figure compared to other retailers that you've seen in the UK?
Pretty much
the same.
Same price.
Fucking hell, go for it then.
Yeah.
And you got it so soon. I hate you. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Damien says, Brian, you know what Marvel Legend head also makes a standing head for Silverman, but with Magneto helmet, Ian McKellen. Tubbs, if you can draw feature one step ahead of Rob Liefeld.
What was this?
Oh, Rob Liefeld, who drew Deadpool initially. And
Yeah.
Captain America tits.
Oh
Jonathan,
my god. Yeah.
Jonathan
Is
said
that
if
the
you
one with the really crazy
Yeah.
fucking bust on the chest? Yeah.
But Jonathan said if you can draw feature, already beating him, like so.
Look at them today's. Look at those. Look how good it is. Pow! It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but
look
see,
at that.
I'll tell you one thing. Like, I mean, this is I practice it all the time, and I'm trying to get much better at it. But it's shading and color. Do you know, shade and color. It's like, oh man, it's such a pain in the hole trying to fucking get it down to like that level. You know, not the big tit section, but you know, just the
Do you need pouches?
comic accurate color, like, you know.
Do you need pouches? We've got pouches.
Pouches in your ankle socks, pouches in your shoulders, pouches in your tits, whatever you want, pouches.
But I'm going to invest in an owl drawn, a Wacom and drawn tablet at some point, and I'm just going to start trying to see if I can digitally color the fucking whole thing. It might be.
It's well worth it.
Yeah, it might end up being like a faster job than like hand fucking coloring the entire thing. If not, and if I can't, it'll probably just come in black and white.
Do you have a tablet now?
No, not now.
I have a spare one. I'll lend you if you want a Wacom.
I don't live in the same country as you, Bruno.
Yeah, it'll be just import charges up the asshole, even though it's only a second hand.
Oh.
Yeah. This is why I always say no when you offer to send me stuff to review.
It's all good.
It's like import charges are fucking killer. Like last 2 years ago would have been great, like, but no.
Even as a gift?
yeah.
Yeah, even as a gift.
Fucking hell.
But, Brexit screwed the pooch on that, like.
Yeah. Well, no, it was their EU income taxes as well.
Yeah, well, you know that the whole fucking mix of fucking whatever fucking ball of madness is going on in the world.
Sorry, you said import taxes. So is the EU now paying import taxes from other countries within Europe?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Fucking hell. Okay.
But yeah. Fuck you do. Mick says Star Saber is Japan's Optimus Prime in Japan, in case he didn't say Japan the first time. It exploded when the fund was extended to Asia, to the Asias. And yeah, so my haul for this week. So I'm going to start with something I got from Big Bang Comics. And I've wanted a figure of this guy for the longest time, and Marvel Legends still haven't met him. But Marvel selected. This is the Titanium Man.
He's sad. Okay.
He is a big boy. Tits Man, as I was calling him in my review.
Do you have a figure, another like Marvel Legends to compare him to?
Yes.
He is chunky. Look at that.
He's a chunky boy.
Oh my god.
Perfect scale.
Wow.
Perfect scale.
The only thing that comes to mind whenever
very like the Iron Giant, actually. No, that I think of it.
The only thing
this is what you could do, man. You could custom him.
Wow.
Wow.
That's the only thing that came to my mind. I'm sorry. Continue.
I don't really know.
Look, at least that fucking gerbil fucking looks like he's enjoying that shit. You know what I mean? So.
It's just okay. Yeah. Continue, please.
Well, yeah, you've just completely. Hold on. I had a head there somewhere.
Yes, you did.
Okay. So did the gerbil.
That's the head sculpt that came with him as well.
Oh man, that's actually super detailed. Shit.
It's brilliant. It's like it's been painted green and then hand painted. Sculpted in green and then hand painted over.
What can that head fit on?
Titanium Man.
No, but like, I mean, is it a fucking large head that like can't fit on like a regular 6 and 7 inch trigger?
No, it's too big. It's too big.
Oh, it is too big.
Okay.
It's class stuff. Definitely want more from Marvel Select if they're made like this. I don't usually like them because the articulation is kind of shite, but this one fits perfectly scale wise.
I think Marvel Select, Diamond Select is really good on bigger figures because they don't have much, like the Juggernaut, the Diamond Select Juggernaut is just massive.
And the Abomination as well, and the Hulk. But I will have a full review of this guy up possibly Thursday. I haven't done and everything just to upload.
Cool.
Nice.
So stay tuned for that one, kids.
Hey.
So the next set of things I have is some SH figure arts.
Oh, here comes a jealousy wave.
Raccoon
Yeah.
from
Look
the
at
Ginyu Force, who were like the Dragon Ball Z evil Power Rangers kind of. They were so cheesy.
He is a Dragon Ball Z character, right?
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I thought when you said it, he's like Dragon Ball. I was like, what is he, a knockoff, or is he like a fucking?
Nope. And then same day, these guys I did not know until Bruno told me haven't been released anywhere else yet. Got them from Hobby Fruit 9 in Cork. Bertha and Gulda from the
Holy shit, man.
Ginyu
Cool.
Force.
Holy shit. They actually did him.
And he is
And-
absolutely, he's the best figure in the line so far for
Wait,
me.
his armor is shiny as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
damn.
these don't fall off easily like most of them.
Yeah, that's the downside. Man, that can you move your 3 fingers? I just want to see. Jesus, man.
That's what
They-
she said.
Hey, if you're 3 fingers, I think you're one knuckle too deep. That is a.
Man, you gotta go all the way. Look.
Oh, I'm gonna puppet to you. Oh, he does have
That
the
ass.
booty though. Look at that. Man, that figure's awesome.
This guy,
Hold up.
he's just a statue, pointless. His
Yeah.
head moves,
Oh my god.
but it doesn't matter though because he doesn't do anything
Oh my
anyway.
God.
So
I
Yeah.
did not. I heard a completely different thing to what you said.
What did you hear?
I don't even know if I could say that on the fucking show.
Oh,
I'd say because I'm Tubbs, all right? I thought Brian said he's a fat Jew. That's what I thought he said.
no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Swiftly moving on.
Yes.
Raccoon's head fell off with the shot. So, right. I have one more thing. And some of you may have seen this during the week. I did an unboxing video and all for it. This came from someone who may or may not still be in the chat. Connor Fuller. There's a story behind this. I told you, Tubbs, already. I told you as well, Bruno. So last week or the week
Legend.
before last, I was feeling pretty shitty and sick and all that kind of jazz. And we cancelled the culture cast and all a couple of weeks ago because of it. And Connor Fuller went out of his way and bought me G.I. Joe Classified Series Breaker with the bike to make me feel better. Which
Well
is
done.
just absolutely amazing.
See, as I said to you,
Community out there is amazing once you become part of it. Like,
genuinely respect restored humanity because that is such a fucking lovely thing
Yeah.
to do.
It
so
is
again,
lovely.
Connor, I bow to you. Amazing. Thank you
So I'm
much.
feeling a bit under the weather as well.
I knew one of you was going to make that joke.
Man, I was like, oh, do it? No, it's such a nice moment. I'm not gonna fuck it up.
It had to
Yep.
be the guy that didn't have the Holder speaker for it to work.
Oh, also, Bruno, I forgot to show you this guy.
Oh, I love him. Absolutely love him. Captain
Captain
Ginyu.
Ginyu.
Yeah. Awesome. Very, very nice. I love that they did him. Like they had no reason to do that, and they still did.
Oh, they put in another head for him as well. It's a great set, that Raccoon set.
Just wanted to very quickly, if you do want any type of articulation for your Goldo, which I can't imagine many people do, Demoniacal Fit did actually do one as well.
Oh, I know. I said in the review.
Yeah. There you go. Look at him. Wow. Usain Bolt. I mean, it's not one of the figures which I think he, like, I don't know, man. He just looks
He's
like a
literally
hamster.
dabbing.
Yeah, he is dabbing. Yeah. Look at that. So
That never happened on this podcast, a dab.
Oh man, even me doing that just showed how old I am. It's like,
I heard the creaking in my headphones.
like that fucking dodgy shoulder.
That was from my own shoulders. What are you saying, Bruno?
Oh yeah, but I got Sam here. Look,
Oh yeah, look at those arms. The gun though.
There's- I'll just do the Usain Bolt. That's better. But anyway, so
okay.
what are we gonna show there?
ow,
Not doing that again.
ow. You cunt. I mean,
That's
Wow,
okay.
language. Jeez.
well, let's be honest, right? After last week,
Yeah.
If I only say it once this week, we're winning.
To be fair, you did cunt off there. It was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I beat the Brian Regan world record last week. Like,
No, I'd say that's pretty much still standing. If I ever repeat that again, I'm getting knocked off YouTube forever.
Yeah.
That happened
last
somewhere
week's one?
else. Though. No. Something I did in my personal life.
oh yes,
When I
yes.
get mad for real. Okay,
Nice.
so comments. Blah, blah, blah.
Hmm?
Damien says my favorite Marvel select today is the Lizard, best version so far. James said, I'm tempted by that Titanium Man. That Immortal Hulk looks great too by Diamond Select. Yes, it looks class. It's a bit big, but I like it though. And Damien also said it's a fab Titanium Man. Jonathan says, Jesus Tubbs, lol. Connor,
I know,
Connor,
man. I'm sorry.
can't unhear that now. Jonathan says, get this lad some coffee ASAP. Do not
Man.
get like Deliveroo or something like that out there.
That's a good shout.
Out the fucking north side of Limerick. You off your game?
Look where I am. You're about 2 minutes from town, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
I'm out in the sticks, like.
He's gonna do it now.
Jonathan says, top man Connor, Damien, Ace One Connor. Connor says, someone just posted on Twitter that Target is selling Breaker Off for $20.99. Store pickup only. What the hell is going on with this range? Yeah, like some of the clearance stuff we see on Twitter from the American shops is absolutely mental.
Yeah, but I just want to say it's also, bearing in mind it's a big fucking country, and it's only going to be some stores. It is, like finding a needle in the haystack.
Yeah.
I mean, the DC range are forever doing it. Like Target fucking, what you call it? But they end up selling them worldwide anyway. So it's fucking,
the Target exclusives.
yeah, all the time.
I
they
think
did
that
actually. They
that would
did
be a good
actually
topic.
post up which one was really fucking, like, when I saw it, I was like,
the
oh
lights
my
up,
god.
the lights up chest.
No. It was McFarlane Judway. He releases like what's coming in the wave down the line.
Yeah.
It's a build a figure line.
Oh, we'll talk about that in a while. I know the one you're on about.
Oh,
Okay,
is this the Pizza
we'll get to
Gallagher?
that. Okay, well that he knows, we'll get to it.
How about anything else? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so what did you watch, read, or play this week? Do you want to start, Bruno?
Squid Game.
Yes.
Holy fuckballs is all I'm going to say.
And that was in the subtitles.
Yeah. So, just very quickly, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to talk about my experience very quickly. When I have any of you guys watched Queen's Gambit?
Yeah.
Like
no, that
the
is
chess
also on my I will get to it later list.
Also
If you like
so
Anna Taylor-Joy, watch it.
yeah. So I remember watching that one and thinking, man, this was awesome. Like, it's show after show. You just want to like take them in. And I really liked it, but there were definitely some parts in Queen's Gambit where you're like, okay, yeah, fine. It just feels like you're kind of filling a bit, whatever.
The lull.
Yeah. Man, I did not get that with Squid Game, and I just wanted more and more and more. To the point, and I said this in chat, you guys saw it. Like, my wife never watches the same thing as we do. We have one show that we pick, we'll watch communally, like we'll watch that one show, and then I'll fuck off whenever I go and play video games, and sometimes I'll watch a different show. Squid Game was one of those shows, and I told her, you need to watch this. This is that good. And she binged it. She's finished it, man. And
yeah, myself and Kate watched it all together as well. Like,
just absolutely love it. Make us the question there. I don't know if it is a ripoff of Battle Royale.
Well, Battle Royale like started the whole genre. I would say it's not really. It's similar in that they're taken to an island and stuff. Like Battle Royale, they're just taken to an island and the last one wins basically, and they all have to kill each other. This is much more cerebral, I would say.
Yeah, and I love it. There was literally there was an episode, Tubbs. It starts, it goes through, and then when something is announced, I swear to God, my jaw dropped. Like, literally, I was like, and I was like that for a few minutes. I was like, they can't.
And question for you: is it better to watch it with dubbed or with subtitles?
I watch mine dubbed. I think so.
I watched dubbed as well. I think there was a lot of people complaining that the subtitles weren't saying what they were actually saying as well.
I did pick up on that because so I watched it with subtitles because when you have a kid running around, like you need subtitles to make sure you don't miss
Dude, I
anything
have
else.
subtitles on Netflix every fucking time it comes on because they're just trying to, if you can't
When
hear
you
it, you can
when
read
you
it.
have kids, it's exactly that's like
I
what
know
do they say?
I know that fucking life.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No.
And there were definitely some. So there was like the guy said, "Oh, it's stacked against you," and then the subtitle said it was stocked against you, or like
That's
it's just,
lazy, like, isn't it?
yeah. There were some things, and don't get me wrong, it is the voice acting isn't amazing, right?
I think the voice acting makes it, to be honest.
but it feels like a cheesy voice acting. Like it doesn't feel like a
There's one female character in it who is annoying, but the voice acting takes her up fucking 5 levels of annoying.
yeah
And you'll know her straight away when you see it, Tubbs.
yeah.
Like,
But
I'm gonna fucking kill you. You want to be on my team? Be my team. Be my team.
yeah,
This one, yeah.
I know. I knew exactly which one you were talking about before you said it. But Tubbs, watch one episode, just one, and then report back. I promise.
Do you know what?
Just one.
I'll actually watch it this week so I can actually talk about it with you next week.
Yeah.
For like a split 5 minutes or something. Do you know what I mean? So just so I know, like I've actually put in the time and watched it.
Fuck yes.
No, I would like if you watch this one so we can properly take it apart on here. Good crack. So what else have you watched, played, or read this week, Bruno?
Wow. Nothing. It was Squid Game for me because I only like do proper binge watching on the weekends. Otherwise, I'm just watching I finished the Orville. Orville was really good. That was a shame. I could easily do with another X seasons of that. But yeah, I was going to watch No Time to Die. I actually booked tickets, and I had someone who was supposed to come to do some stuff in the back garden. And then I was like, fine, fuck it. I didn't pay for the ticket anyway because Limited Cineworld or whatever the fuck it's called, you pay X amount and then And then the guy didn't show. I'm like, for fuck's sake, I could have gone. It's like, dude, just send me a message. Just, hey, I can't make it. No worries. I would have gone and seen it. So anyway, next week I'm going to watch Carnage. And now I'm going to book a ticket for the Sunday as well because I want to watch James Bond. So
Very good.
For me, I'll let you go last, Stubbs, this time.
Yeah.
I think like once you're finished Squid Game, give it a couple of days and then start Alice in Borderlands. It's also on Netflix. It's very similar. That's why I suggest taking a break because it's similar setup. It's a game and live or die. It's very Saw-like, as well. But I watched the first 2 episodes like practically on the same day as I watched the end of Squid Game, and I was like, don't really like this. And then watched another few episodes this weekend, and now I'm drawn in.
You're engaged and hooked, yeah.
Yeah, and episode 3, I was nearly in tears at the end of it. So that'll tell you, like, it's brilliant as well. Huh?
Alice in Borderland?
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay. I didn't want to start anything too heavy straight away. Like a good show to me is like a good game. Once you finish one, you don't.
Yeah, it's like you get so attached to the characters that quickly.
Yeah.
And then something happens that you don't expect, and you're like, that kind of thing.
Okay.
I watched No Time to Die. I fucking loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
Nice.
I can see why long-time James Bond fans are annoyed with it, but I think in the sense of Daniel Craig's arc, and all these movies are tied together, it's perfect, in my opinion. And I don't give a shit about whether characters are black, white, gay, lesbian, whatever. If it doesn't make a difference in the story, so it doesn't matter, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So okay. None of that stuff around it.
I can see why some people are going to go off on it then.
No, like at the end, like this isn't a spoiler, but the Lashana Lynch, who was in Captain Marvel, she's not James Bond, like. She was her Monica Rambeau.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, you lost me, Captain Marvel.
Oh, fair, that's fair.
We lost him? What?
As for what I read, I haven't really read anything this week, but I did play Stardew Valley for the very first time.
Oh.
If any of you have heard of that.
What did you play?
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
It's out a couple of years,
Yeah.
and it's about
This
like
isn't like next gen, no?
no, it's a small indie title, and
Okay.
you're basically like running your own farm and stuff, and it gets really dark. Like there's one in it, like you meet all the people in the community and stuff, and one of them in the community has a drink problem, and like there's real people, not real people, but you know,
real
they're
stories.
programmed as real stories and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's really cool. I've only gotten like, it's one of those games where you like need to have a shave, a shower, and a shit before you sit down and play it, because you could be there for the night, that kind of thing, like, you know.
So is it kind of like a Farmville style game?
Similar, without the weirdos coming into your farm and asking you to do something with their crops.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really good. Also, the PlayStation Plus games were out. I tried that All Hell Let Loose. I didn't really like it. And
Haven't tried it yet.
did you try the golf game, Tubbs? You were saying?
Yeah, and I went down the rabbit hole because my kids are playing like all the Lego games and stuff at the moment, and
Nice.
they were and strangely Adventure Time, out of nowhere, they were like, "Can we play Adventure Time?" I was like, they call it Extra Time. I was like, "What the fuck is Extra Time?" And I'm like, "The thing with the two thing, your mum and the dog," and I'm like, "Oh, it's Adventure Time. They want to play."
Is it a good game?
So I got them the fucking the PlayStation Now.
Mm.
Do you know, like that? Yeah, that's after opening up a fucking can of worms on the old school gaming for me. Like, I'm like, ooh, Altered Beast and fucking Origins and
But
fucking.
tell me, have you settled on one, or are you just like playing 5 minutes here and there of everything?
Oh, you know yourself.
That's what I do.
You've gotten that. You've gotten PlayStation Now before. Like you will settle on one or two games once you start kind of hitting like the PS4 exclusives and the old Xbox, the old PlayStation 3 and 2 titles and things like that. You're like because The Last of Us is up. The Last of Us 2 is up on that now. So like if
I
anyone
saw that
wanted
actually.
so if anyone wanted to get PlayStation Now, and this isn't a plug for PlayStation, I don't have any affiliation with them, but I'm saying if you wanted to buy PlayStation Now for like a month for $10, you could just play The Last of Us 2.
Says the guy who pulls out a controller 5 minutes into every stream.
You'd swear we were getting sponsored for fucking by Sony for the show.
Please sponsor us, Sony.
Yeah, fuck
yeah.
I actually have it, but I couldn't stream any games because my internet's really shit.
Like, do you have? It's PlayStation you have, right?
Yeah.
So you have PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we got PGA Tour 21, or it was a PGA Tour 21 free in Mortal Kombat, which actually off the bat they gave us Mortal Kombat 10. And I heard so much uproar over this, like, because Brian was saying, "Oh, we got Mortal Kombat 10," and I was like, "I got Mortal Kombat fucking XL, like with all the DLC, like 2 fucking years ago, for free."
I know.
I was gonna go, "What?
And
I already had that."
It's on the PlayStation collection as well.
Yeah, and it's on fucking PlayStation Now. So what was the point to giving us a game that's everywhere?
So it was Hell Let Loose or whatever it was for the PlayStation 5 then?
PS5, yeah. It's like Call of Duty Battlefront type game. My first,
it's a World War kind of.
I played it once and I ran for like half an hour and there was no one near me, and then I ran another 5 minutes. I got shot and it placed me right back at the start, and I was like, "I'm not doing this again. Go away."
Yeah, to be fair, this month's PS Plus was a bust.
So
it wasn't great.
What have you watched this week?
I actually watched, played, and read shit this week. It's been a productive week in that side of things. So I'll start with the book because it's one book. I started rereading Stephen King's It on Tuesday.
How many times would that be now?
Oh, the novel. The movie is a different beast altogether.
You haven't read the book? You've read the book?
Oh no, I've read the book, but I'm saying it's compared to like how many times I've seen like the miniseries from the 90s is like 200 plus times. It's fucking crazy town. The novel is like it's over 1,000 fucking pages, man. So in my lifetime, I think I've read the thing 4 times, maybe 5 times full.
Jesus,
crazy.
I'm I'm one of those nuts that like like people watched Pennywise in the 90s, Bruno, and they were like, oh, that's really cool, or that scared me. I was like, I have to engorge this into my soul and like put it inside me. It became a fucking obsession with me. Like, you know what I mean?
So you like clowns?
Yeah, there was no like love of clowns. It was just I fucking loved that story. And then I went and found the book, and then I was just fucking hooked. So there was Stephen King's It that I started rereading this week. Then I was doing the drawing stuff. But then the gaming stuff, as I said, the gaming stuff kind of came playing a lot of like WWE 2K19, AAA Action Arcade Wrestling, which is actually is a lot of fucking fun when you figure out how to play it. But
no storyline mode though. That's kind of annoying to me.
That's the only thing that bothered me about it. There's no like universe mode, or there's no fucking kind of like, you know, like GM mode or something that you can kind of keep your interest for longer than just playing. It very much is a sit down with your buddy and play a game.
Yeah.
You know, you play it one-on-one. And outside of that, gaming wise, it was just a lot of fucking like dipping into PlayStation now, kind of like pulling 5-10 minutes out here and there, and then just playing a lot of Lego games with the kids. But the stuff I watched then was, I think Brian watched it as well, was correct me if I'm wrong in the name, I think it's called Is There Somebody Inside Your House?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I've forgotten about that.
This
we watched it at the same time, more or less.
Yes.
Didn't we?
Did you finish it though?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, this movie genuinely seemed like the guys watched Scream and took their favorite moments from Scream and
and butchered them
and kind of retweak them to fit their story and movie. And then they had this like fucking, there's this killer that wears people's faces, and they show him like they went so much. There was
3D prints their face, and
he 3D prints their faces, Bruno. And he kills them with their own face. It's a great concept when you look at it. It's like, that's pretty fucking cool, right? Yeah, but this had you going for like an hour and 40 minutes, hour and a half or whatever, and the ending was just, what the fuck's happening right now? You know what I mean? It was terrible. It's on Netflix. If you want to see a really bad version of Scream, watch that. And I watched what else did I fucking watch? Injustice.
Yeah, I watched that
the
too.
Animated fucking movie Injustice. I forgot to ask you about this, Brian. I fucking loved it. Now, I know they didn't do it page for page from the comic, or it didn't kind of balance it directly on the game, but I loved it.
Have you seen it, Bruno?
I haven't yet. So I'm just seeing it. Where did you? Okay. Okay.
I'm rowing a boat.
Okay.
That's for later in the chapter.
Without spoiling it, Tubbs.
Yeah.
It was brilliant for 3.25 of the movie. The ending was fucking awful.
Well, see, do you know why I think that is as well, man? Is I think they were trying to
remember. Don't say why.
No. Why? I just think there was, because that series is so big in scale. You know, with the comic series alone is huge, but the games are pressed over two entire games as well. And the movie's only an hour and a half long. It's
nothing to do with linked or anything. It's literally the WWE thing. They booked themselves into a corner, didn't know how to get out of it.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's
actually
very well true. And speaking of WWE, there's a massive segue for the next thing I watched. I sat down and watched Escape the Undertaker.
I turned it on and I got 5 minutes into it and I was like, nope.
Now,
bye.
Okay. For anyone I know, like for a lot of people in the chat wouldn't be wrestling fans, right? But this is basically the concept of this is the New Day are this tag team in WWE, which is Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E. And they come into this house, which is the Undertaker's mansion or his dead house or whatever the fuck it is. And the Undertaker puts him through these trials, and then it becomes an interactive adventure, and you have to pick
a children's saw, basically.
And yeah, basically it's a children's saw. But do you want to know what happened to me in my first playthrough?
No, definitely not in this podcast.
I fucking died.
What?
Yeah, I
got Big E killed, like dead, when I played this for the first time. I was like, I genuinely didn't even think this was going to be an option when I played this. But look, it is very much like the New Day are fucking, are actually kind of good. They're funny. Their delivery is good enough. But at the end of the day, it is a cash cow. WWE fucking, let's put the Undertaker and the New Day in a movie. That's basically what it was. If you're a wrestling fan, you'll probably enjoy it. Yeah, you probably would enjoy it a little more than the norm.
I'm a wrestling fan. Avoid.
No, okay, sorry. I'll restructure that. If you're a WWE fan, maybe you might enjoy it. No, I don't mean that in you, but I think this is.
I'm an Undertaker fan. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a WWE fan. Avoid like the fucking plague.
It's
Tubbs bought WWE 2K20 and made me buy it, and my God, I regret my decision.
And made Paddy Murphy buy it.
You made somebody else buy it. You just want everybody else.
Oh, bless him, he's not even a fucking like a massive wrestling fan. And he only bought it to play online with us. And then when we went online,
broken.
And then we went online didn't work because the game was that broken.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. And the boys paid full price for it.
I didn't.
No, Brian didn't.
I would never pay full price for WWE.
I remember I did actually pay full price for it, and Brian knows this. I play those games. It's like my FIFA or my Madden. Do you reckon? Like it's like I buy them every single year because I'm just a big fucking wrestling nut. I love wrestling games. But 2K20 was the first game in a long time where I like literally got like a month in. I was like, why am I still playing this? This is so broken. Like it's unplayable. So I put it on a shelf and then I ended up just giving it away. I don't even own it anymore. So I'm going back playing 2K19.
It's gotten to that stage with FIFA as well, though. To be fair.
Yeah,
I used to buy like that WWE game every year as well, but I refuse to give them my money anymore.
Even look at the FIFA games. The minute a new FIFA game comes in, if you go to like trade a FIFA game in, you get like 50 cents to a euro for €2 max. Do you know what I mean? There's no value in them.
That's why you sell it 6 months before it comes out.
But yeah, so outside of that, I mean, I watched like The Walking Dead and things like that every week and things.
How is that show still going on though?
It's on its last season.
It's in the final season now.
It's decaying, rotting corpse is still shambling about.
It's becoming a zombie itself. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm what, nearly 12 years into watching that show now. So, I'm the guy that watched Smallville through season fucking 7 to like 7, 8, 9 when it was like completely terrible.
I watched all of The Walking Dead as well. I'm more or less up to date, I think, as well.
And are you up to date at the moment?
The last episode I watched was the deaf girl in the house. With the
you're counting the one that goes live tonight in the States. I think it's
one behind.
So you'll be like 2 behind.
I just want to see it to the finish now since I've gotten this far.
Yeah, see, I'm like that, man. I'm kind of like, I know there's like, Jesus Christ, there's like, do you know what I mean? It's probably not spoiling anything for anyone that hasn't seen it, but it's kind of deviated so far from the original source material now in a lot of ways.
It's not even about it anymore.
Is it not frustrating? So the thing that got me frustrating is it became much less about zombies and much more about just human beings being fucked up to each other. It was like no difference than any post-apocalyptic show. Even with the zombies, that's it.
It's just rinse and repeat.
But to be fair, Kirkman's comic book went that direction as well. By the time it got
the comic book is a lot better though. I finished the comic.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, without spoiling it, they kept the right players in the game longer than they showed it. Do you know?
Yeah. But anyway, so let's move on. In the comments, Connor said, "Lads, we need to troll those Brits and get them to watch Black 47. I want them to have to watch a famine movie to review."
Oh my God!
That's in he's on about another live stream where they review movies.
Yes.
Black 47 is like a John Wick set in the famine.
In the famine, as in like when you guys had to eat potatoes.
18.
Oh.
Potato.
Is that not okay?
No, I don't know.
It
doesn't bother me. I wasn't alive back then, thankfully.
Bruno, it's 2021. I'm highly offended by what you said.
Potato.
What were we actually talking about again?
I will take a potato.
I will mash you with it.
Dude,
no, I'm
gotta get my son to dinner in somehow, you know?
Oh, gravy. Okay, moving on.
Damien said, I have been rewatching BBC's Bugs TV series. The show aired between 95 to 99. A great Saturday evening show.
Oh, fuck yeah, I do remember that show.
Bugs, yeah.
Bugs.
Jonathan said he's been watching Foundation, What We Do in the Shadows, What If, and Nobody.
Oh, I didn't mention What If because we're
going to do a section on that anyway. Damien said, I tend to say the same, Brian. There's so many one-sided, ugly arguments that really do not need to be born, and that's about people being in bond and stuff that I was on about a while ago.
Oh.
Mick says, I'm going to get Metroid Dread on the Switch, got great reviews. Yeah, I've seen some videos of it. It looks class. I sold my Switch a few months ago, though, so I won't be playing this.
Did you sell your Switch?
I did.
Man. He sold his Switch, and I was there the other day going, "Oh my god!" Like, fucking, I've been watching YouTube videos on Denk Ops. Have anyone ever seen Chris Denger?
Yeah. I think
play Wrestling Revolution 3D, and I'm there going, "Oh my god! I actually want this game. It looks like so much fucking fun."
It's good, but it wears off
Which
after. And Dickie's game, isn't it? Wrestling Revolution.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys lost me at the wrestling stuff, man.
We're gonna have to convert you, man.
You guys can. There's nothing.
I've been trying.
I'm gonna send you a link in a while to fucking Nick Gage and John Moxley, and just see.
I will watch it. I promise you, I'll watch it. But Brian sent me some cool stuff about what's his name, MC Punk.
CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Yeah, that's MC Punk.
MC Punk.
I love it.
My name is CM Punk, and I'm here.
Yeah, that's it. That's the guy.
Just to shift gears, as you're talking about MC Punk. Have you seen Tech Nine's new video, Brian? Face to face.
Can't say I have.
The Rock is fucking rapping on it. And it's not like a piss take. He's actually fucking full on fucking going for it rap style. Like he's actually rapping on the track.
What?
Yeah, no joke. Dwayne Johnson. He's in a rap video.
Dwayne the Cop Johnson.
Tech Nine. It's called Face to Face.
Is it a good song?
I couldn't understand half of the rappers were saying, if I'm being honest. It's very mumble rap.
Oh, I can't do the mumble rap stuff, man.
Yeah, Tech Nine now. Tech Nine's brilliant. Like he's very fucking like I like his style. He's very fucking like aggressive in his tone and stuff.
Like yourself.
Oh me? Oh me?
What are you saying? Man, but he already made a rap like ages ago.
But Wyclef,
when did,
is it?
No. When did Moana come out?
This isn't like a pop rap track. This is like a fucking hard, fuck your mama type fucking.
Oh my god! Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why? I wonder why he did that. Like, it's such a gamble, man. Right? Realistically,
apparently he's tweeting.
I think though he's got so much money now, it doesn't matter.
But he just like something on the lines of like he just always wanted to record like a rap track, and Tech Nine goes, "Come on, my track," and he just jumped on.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything that man can do? No, I'm joking.
I mean, I hope.
Can he remove his own head without laughing?
But I hope this doesn't like develop illusions of grandeur in his eyes, because apparently he mentioned like a possible album.
The Rock, illusions of grandeur.
No. Yeah, so I mean, possibly doing his own rap album.
Self-proclaimed.
Oh my!
I wonder will he get John Cena involved in this one?
Christ,
well,
no.
Guess we won't see it.
The mic in my hand, I'm a bad man.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Then Jonathan and Damien are having a conversation about Rotten Tomatoes and about
Rotten Tomatoes.
Not trusting reviews and stuff. And
I have said it before, and I can actually pinpoint it. I said this to Brian before. If you fucking look at Rotten Tomatoes for your scores on movies, you're letting people tell you what to watch.
Yeah, I never look at reviews before I watch movies. I watch movies, then look at them afterwards to see how wrong.
So hold on, where would you go if you genuinely wanted to see a review? I think that's an interesting topic, though. Where would you go?
I'd watch the trailer.
Yeah,
but then you get there are some bits that there are some movies that I don't want to watch the trailer for. Like I just want to know a review. I want to know if this is worthwhile. But
like the majority of the movies I watch nowadays, which is kind of a sad thing in itself, I will already have an interest in them anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So you're
there
not
is
expanding. Yeah.
there is like certain films that I will go by word of mouth. I
Yeah.
wouldn't go looking onto a big forum like Rotten Tomatoes for
Yeah, fair enough.
ideas or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
I do. I just find Rotten Tomatoes is one of those things where, like, I mean, do you know? I mean, if I look on Rotten Tomatoes, right, and I'm a DC fan, and they go, oh, fucking,
Oh my god. You get
joke.
dunked there, yeah.
No, but no jokes. Like, if I look on them, it's like, oh, fucking Suicide Squad, fucking, 15%. And I'm like, and if I was to
accurate.
take that at face value, I'm like, oh, well, I can't watch that now. That's terrible. That's after getting low recs. But I
Accurate.
enjoyed the Suicide Squad, and I
That
loved
Suicide Squad or
Squad.
Suicide Squad.
No,
Which
but
one?
like I liked the newer one more.
Oh, the newer one is brilliant. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but that didn't. But that
you
didn't
like the
get
first
great.
one?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. You know,
Oh,
for
I
what it
know.
was.
There was so many plot holes. I was like,
But see,
why the
I
fuck
think
would
this comes down
yeah,
to.
anyway, yeah.
No, but I think this just comes down to me and Brian have talked about this till the cows come home. It's and it's not even viewing it like, oh, I'm overlooking it's not a good movie. It's like when I watched Batman versus Superman, like a lot of people said to me it was terrible, it was fucking shit, it was crap. And I remember saying to Brian, I was like, man, I didn't care because I saw two of my favorite comic books come to life on screen. It was enough for me.
See,
But
You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, because I do watch a lot of films that like I go, that's bad or that's good, but I love DC, so
yeah,
I take the
but
DC
Tubbs,
as I get.
I will say this right. You're
Like
always saying,
I'm not one of those guys that tries to pretend Batman and Robin's good. It's not, you know.
but you enjoy watching it because it's characters that you enjoy and now are in film.
Exactly.
I get that, but I do have a counter argument to that.
Yeah.
So I remember reading. I knew nothing about Daredevil, but so the first Daredevil books I read was Daredevil, Man Without Fear. It's like the Frank Miller ones, back to back. I think it's
stepping
only
off
like
at the top floor there, bro.
yeah, I know, right? So it's only 6 books, I think. I don't think it's a big series, but I remember thinking, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. Like I went all in on loads of Daredevil stuff. I'd go to I'd have to travel 50 minutes just to get to a comic book store. I had no money, so I'd try and grab whatever I could Daredevil, and I just this is awesome. And when the movie with Ben Affleck was like, oh, there's a movie with Ben Affleck, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like I really liked Spider-Man. This is gonna be great. Fuck me, what a piece of shit that was. I was so disappointed to the point, Tubbs, I swear it put me off Daredevil. I read nothing else on Daredevil, man.
It's better than the Electro movie.
Oh my god, that is such a dump as well.
So you mean to say you didn't like the dance in the park?
Oh god,
But I will say one thing: have you seen the director's cut version of it?
It's still not great.
But I mean, but it is a better movie.
But
it's actually a better watch as well, Bruno. It's just like there's still some bits, you know yourself. There's going to be always some bits in it, like Brian pointed out, the dancing in the park and the seesaw fucking flirting. You know, you can't undo that because that's just
Affleck just isn't a good Daredevil because he's too clean cut. Charlie Cox looks fucked, and that's not a bad thing. But he looks
said this the other
beaten down, and he looks
Yeah, like about Affleck, like Brian's like he wasn't a good Daredevil, and then he becomes the Dark Knight years later, like because he was older.
But he was at a different stage in his life.
Yeah.
That's
better. He was drinking the sauce massively.
Yeah, fucking
hell. Living the character.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, true. But and the only so I actually quite like Bullseye in that movie. Not the fucking forehead. I didn't like the look, but I actually liked the craziness from what's yeah, I like that side of it. That was all right. Him killing the lady with the peanut shit. Okay, cool. I see the powers. Everything else kind of went a bit meh. Okay, whatever. Michael Clark Duncan was a good Kingpin, but there was a lot of backstory that lacked to make him a great Kingpin.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, I'll agree with you in a lot of ways about that movie. There's a lot of bad. Yeah. There's a lot of bad shit in it that are kind of over. It takes over the good side of that film because there's a lot of great moments in it.
Yeah, and it was so dark. It was actually also a really dark movie. I get it, he's Daredevil, but it was so dark. Like
just because he's blind doesn't mean the rest of us have to.
I know exactly. It's like they if anything, they could have made they could have done silhouettes and like when you see characters like fighting, they could have done shit like that to kind of get the
Look at how they do it in one of the comics where they have like the whole page is red and you just see the black outlines of people. It looks amazing.
Did you hear the Feige comments that was released? I think it was a Deadline or Variety article. It was about Wesley Snipes and Nick Cage.
What?
No,
Did you not read this?
So.
Ghost Rider and Blade.
Now I don't know. Yeah, Blade and Ghost Rider, they're coming back as their original characters, but I don't know if it's for like it was for a multiverse movie. That's what it was placed on.
Oh, okay. I'm okay.
Now,
with
I don't
Blade,
know if this is Doctor Strange, but then it said something on like Secret Wars or something after it as well. So I'm assuming it'll either be like Multiverse of Madness or Secret Wars.
The only thing I'd say, like Ghost Rider was good when it wasn't Nick Cage. Like when it was actually the
I
Ghost.
liked the second one.
I don't even remember the second
Spirit
one.
of Vengeance. It was.
Oh, is that with the original Ghost Rider? With the guy on the horse.
I had this thing in my head
the first
as well.
one.
Oh,
I was going,
I don't remember then.
Do you know what would be fucking cool though, when they make the Blade movie? Is if Wesley Snipes was cast as Whistler.
Yes, I was going to say that. That would be pretty cool, I think.
I thought they said that was going to happen.
Unless that's what he's looking to do. But I mean, when the article mentioned Wesley Snipes as Blade and Nick Cage as Ghost Rider.
I mean, this wasn't bad. I actually, visually, to me, this was actually quite close. I was all right with this.
It was very CGI, though. I thought the second one looked more realistic.
Spirit of Vengeance, hold on.
See?
Yeah. Kind of. But even then, I honestly don't remember that one.
You can see the jacket and all, it's kind of melted if you look at it.
Oh, fuck. Fair play, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Talk just very quickly, talking about Ghost Rider. Do you know who Clayton Crane is?
Yes, I think.
He did one of my favorite comic book covers. He also did a Ghost Rider cover.
Road to Damnation, yes, that's the one I have.
Man, this guy and drawing. Anyway, just sorry. Continue. I'm just showing random covers. You guys keep talking because I'm just gonna show you shit that I like. There you go.
I'll just
there you go. Done.
Jonathan said there, Ghost Rider in that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show has done pretty well. Yeah, that was Robbie Reyes, the Ghost Rider with the car. I love his arc in the comics as well.
Now, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
Do you
know the way they've already announced that like Jessica Jones is coming to fucking MCU and Daredevil and Punisher and all this kind of stuff. It's kind of in the plans to move them over and kind of continue their story on. And
they need to bring John Bernthal back.
Yes.
But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not in that equation, is it?
Thankfully. They kind of went off and did their own thing after a while when the split between Marvel TV and Marvel Studios happened.
But which is kind of fucking strange, where they kind of said, like, oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has nothing to do with the MCU, but Agent Coulson is in that.
Yeah, because when they started out, the guy that was over the TV division and Feige were okay, like, but that guy.
Were they okay, Brian?
No.
Space docking.
But
here I'm 5.
Bruno says the same thing, but less more obvious. But they had a big falling out because he said that Captain Marvel would never sell as a solo movie. Black Panther a black character would never lead a solo movie. Yeah, so that was kind of.
He got one right and one wrong.
Yeah.
Something like that, anyway. But they
eat your hats.
They split initially, and then eventually the MCU or the TV stuff all got handed to Feige, and that's why we're seeing Disney Plus shows now stuck to the MCU.
But I think it's great that instead of just completely scrapping what Netflix did with Daredevil and fucking like Luke Cage and fucking Jessica Jones and the Punisher.
Everything bar Iron Fist, as you said.
I was just going to say, because there was only 4 characters. But I think it's cool that like the MCU are taking those exact characters that were developed in those shows and bringing them to the MCU. And as I've said to you, I don't know, like we don't know if they're going to be like a complete start over, if it's just going to be a continuation and taking their already kind of developed arcs and pushing them into the MCU kind of timeline.
I would actually be okay if they were a combination of like a multiverse of madness kind of thing, as in they brought into this universe as like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, we have the Avengers in our universe, but like nothing like this, because they in the Netflix shows they do reference the Avengers.
Oh yeah, they do say like something about the hammer landing in New Mexico and Daredevil.
Yeah, but you never see anything else. Like, I wouldn't mind if they included that almost as like a what if, and then
because
Netflix just merges into that.
Because even in the What If series, there's loads, like all the elements are there for the original timeline, but they're all very different. So it could very well have been a different timeline.
I think they could. I think they could just slot them in fairly easily, because a lot of the stuff we've seen happening is like mostly cosmic villains and stuff. They wouldn't have been involved with any of bar Spider-Man, maybe.
Yeah, because as you said before, Brian, they're more like
they're street level heroes.
They're on the ground heroes. Like, do you know what I mean? They're kind of stick close to the city and kind of like, you know, as you said, they don't go to space and, you know, they don't fight Thanos and things like that.
Like if they get rid of their histories, so to speak, and just slot them in, I'd be happy with that. Because I don't want Luke Cage being the gangster king of Harlem or whatever the hell he was after the end of season 2. That was awful.
But this would be perfect. Like they could take sections of their backstory and retcon it.
Keep Fisk.
Hey, they did it with Halloween, man. We're gonna pretend nothing after 2 happened, and we're just gonna go our own direction. And those movies are actually really good.
Some of them, but anyway.
Well, no, I mean like the new ones, the new ones that they're making Halloween. I haven't seen Halloween Kills, but it seems to be I've been entertained by them.
So,
but it's like I always say, and we've said it many times before, even when it comes to all these Disney live actions and stuff. If you hate them, you can always go back and watch the shit that's there before it.
What if you want new shit?
Yeah, but I mean, if the new shit isn't for you, if the taste isn't, you know, like what you want, you can always go back and watch the old.
Okay, let's. I don't think you even picked up on that. But anyway,
no. We've established like not the full chilling tonight.
So let's just go over comments again. Where are we? So Connor says still can't get into What If. Tried it a few times now. We'll go on to that next. And Jonathan says about The Rock, aggressive rapper, how unique. And Connor says fake reviews. I just download it and watch it. And Jonathan says Red Letter Media for reviews after I watch a movie.
That's a fair shout. After you watch the movie, yeah.
Damien says really liked absorbing man in that show. Still waiting for his MCU appearance. And Jonathan interestingly says MCU will never touch the Punisher. Sadly, there will be way too much heat from the media. I sort of disagree with that.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think it's already been kind of established it's happening. Like,
but why do they think that'd be too much heat?
Probably because he just outright kills people.
But isn't that kind of
wasn't that one of the things John Bernthal had said that like he'd only come back if it wasn't like cookie cutter Punisher?
I don't think it'd be cookie cutter. Like if you think like yes, MCU has lots of jokes and stuff like that, but also Thanos pretty much choked Loki and broke his neck at the very start of the movie, like. True. And he turned fucking blue and everything as he was choking him.
Not being funny, Thanos committed genocide, like in the trillions, quadrillions, like half the universe disappeared. Like
maybe no, like that prison scene in The Punisher, where he literally goes in and shivs about 10 guys and comes out with his white jumpsuit, covered the same colors. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Unless, right, and just hear me out on this one. Unless when they bring the Punisher over, the Punisher goes into like a Punisher show, like a Disney Plus show, but you don't see Punisher in the live action cinema movies.
I would love if they did a Marvel Studios Max.
Yeah, that would be class.
Because if he didn't show up in like the live action, not live action, the motion pictures that go to the cinema, you know, that are directed at the kids and the families, and then maybe they might not include him there. But I can definitely see him being involved in like a show, like on Disney Plus. You can kind of
I get what what like the media be like, oh my god, this guy goes on a killing spree. Fine, fuck it, I kind of get it. But what they could kind of do, which would almost like justify it, is like one of the big things about the Punisher, at least for me, with everything that I'd read, was it's he plans, and whatever he plans, he executes. Like, it doesn't matter how brutal it is. So if they could show something like that where, hey, look, we are planning. I'm trying to plan so that I don't have to kill a fuck ton of people. But actually, this is just the most effective option. Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kill a fuck ton of people. I would be okay. Like, surely that's a good way. That's a good enough way of them saying, right, somebody did try. Like, he didn't just go, like, there was all these other blockers. Maybe.
Like Connor
And to be
says,
fair, let's be honest, right? How many times have you seen Captain America throw that adamantium shield into someone's fucking head?
He's fucking dead.
And like, oh, they went sleepy, Bruno. They went sleepy, Brian.
Yeah.
You know, no, he's flat out killing dudes, right?
I think though. I think the difference though is, like, Punisher is probably attributed to gun violence in America as well.
And you can't be having that.
No, well,
Yeah.
obviously not.
Not
In
in
a country
America, no.
in a country that allows it. So,
Look who it is.
oh god,
I actually watched that. So that's one of the things I watched, actually.
Man of Steel?
Fucking
man.
hell, still holds up. That I
Thank
forgot to.
you, Bruno.
I
you
didn't
didn't make it, Tubbs.
I made that fucking movie what it was, right? I watched it 965,000
That's Henry
times.
Cavill right there on stilts.
I'm sorry.
But,
It only works if you don't apologize.
Yeah, I'm not really sorry. No, still fucking good
The
movie.
height
Still
of
holds up.
ignorance.
And the only downfall of that movie is that it's attached to the DC universe without every. It's true. Like, it's attached to the DC universe without anybody else having a.
And he doesn't say he's dead. What a dick.
yeah, I mean, look, I mean,
I like
that-
that though. It's the
like
torment.
I've even said this about it. Like, I mean, I grew up with Christopher Reeves movies, and I fucking love them, and I grew up with the comic books, and you know, for anyone that hasn't seen Man of Steel, the backstory for John Kent's death is what makes it so hard for Clark to kind of deal with, is because it's a heart attack. It's a natural cause of death in the human race, and he can't stop it. And he realizes in that moment that, like, all right, no matter how many people are safe, I can't stop this. I can't stop, you know, inevitability in human life. So the John Kent death in Man of Steel, I can totally understand why people kind of like threw their eyebrows up at it, because I even kind of went like, that's not my fucking Pa Kent, you know.
Did you not think that it was a bit of a reverse of like the whole Spider-Man? With great power comes great responsibility, and it's like, with great power you got to hide that shit.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean,
he went the opposite way of like spectrums.
I mean, people might not have like been like might not have liked that scene, but like the dude,
I liked it.
both
I
his
actually
dads
did
were
like
Robin
it.
Hood, man.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. He shot.
He was
an arrow
always
through
born to be a hero, right?
Yeah. Just very quickly, did you see the Man of Steel Mezco? Tubbs.
I don't know if I have seen this one.
I think that's the one I had. Go on.
Is that the one you bought, Brian?
This one.
No, that's
Oh,
not.
the fuck me in my fucking
Now-
vagina.
This is still available, by the way. He does also have a rape face. Like, I'm coming for you.
Oh,
But-
dude, that is such a cool fucking figure, man.
Yeah.
Superman in
available as well.
pajamas.
So yeah, I think.
How much is that, Bruno?
154 quid.
That's, I mean, fuck me. I think I'd buy it.
And it's so I don't know what type of scale you collect. If you like 6 inches or 12, and then what kind of size you like for your figures. It's up to you.
Brian knows this. I'm not the guy that sticks to the 6-inch line at all. I just, if a figure's cool and I fucking like it, I'll buy it.
There you go. I don't know why they put that face in, but yeah, everything else.
Not a bad face, though.
Oh,
Could
the
be
rape
worse.
face. Look
I've
at
seen
that.
Could be
red
worse.
faces. Like, have
Look
you
at-
seen red face, Woody? I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
the rape face.
No, but that's now. Do they have, just off the bat? Does Mezco still do? Oh man, look at that face! Like, look at that face! Like,
I'm coming for you.
Oh wow.
lads, if I can find a place to buy that Woody, then I'm definitely.
I'm sure you can get a KO of him pretty handy.
You can. I know a place that you can still get these.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, man! I'm gonna have to see if I can get it, because if I can, I'm definitely gonna do my short film Woody.
Oh wow.
Wait, with this toy though, right? No.
Oh
Turn-
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
This, and because the kids have like the regular version, so I'll be like doing it like pure Child's Play Chucky version, like. But he'll be raped.
Bugs be like this. You're not the only Woody in the house.
No, but like the open smiley face will be the killing version. But does Mesh Hood do
Oh wow.
a
Ah,
1989 Batman?
sure is. I think
Are they still selling him though? Because
it's not
was-
out yet, is it?
he's not out yet. But they are. That's what I went for. That's not out
Really?
yet.
Oh man, because
Yeah.
if I could get myself a fucking Michael Keaton and a Christopher Reeves fucking Batman and Superman for my shelf, I'd fucking sort
You
it.
will pay through the absolute butthole to get this one. I genuinely mean that.
Fuck.
It looks like this picture to me. This is perfect. Like this, I thought that this was a movie still. Like what the hell? But unfortunately, not only has this been like you can join the wait list, but I think it's been 2 years now.
Really?
Like it will be 2 years. Yeah, there's a pre-order.
So it's
And-
kind of like first come first served type thing.
Yeah, like this is. You can join the wait list. I doubt you'll get any cancellations though.
Yeah.
Mad.
And Kapow had them, but it was like 134 quid, and it's,
Like, I
it's
mean-
out of stock now.
And this is the only fucking thing with the new Flash movie coming out
Oh
that
yeah.
I'm hoping McFarlane drops like a fucking 1989 Batman.
If it's Batman title, make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like,
It's coming.
that seems to be the
It's
only
coming.
way I'm going to get my like fucking my fucking 89 Batman up on a shelf.
What's a Green Lantern? Want more Batman? Here's more Batman.
Hold on. There was a quick request though.
Oh, for Batman 66, Egghead, and Mad Hatter.
A funny story. Fucking the kids we were fucking talking about like Christmas and all that kind of stuff. Kind of trying, yourself like kids, you're trying to
And
get
Tubbs
around.
was like, "Fuck them! I want toys."
No. But then Beth turned around to me and she says, "Do you want Batman for your birthday, Dad?" And she's 5, like.
Oh, that's really
So
sweet.
like they fucking know already, like, do you know what I mean? That I'm like a big, huge Batman fan. So
Well trained.
Is this
well
is
trained.
this is are these the figures that? I don't know if these are the right figures, man.
I did.
Damien, are these the right figures? Batman
from
66, Egghead, and
66 era from the Adam West days.
Mm.
Yeah. Well,
Now
so
I
this is the
know
thing, there
I know
was also
McFarlane
this.
is dropping and like the old 60s Batman line as well.
Yeah. So you have these ones
Mm.
coming soon. Man, like what the fuck are they doing though?
Yeah, and I'll be honest, right? As much as I love Batman, that was never my Batman.
No.
No, not
Same.
me neither.
I have-
Batman was from Tim Burton days, man.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I have no attachment to the six. Like I really like Adam West. I respect like everything he did for like by keeping, like when did Batman come out? 47. So this is 66, like 20 years or 19 years after the IP. Like he made it happen. That's great. Thanks to him, then we got obviously the 89 version.
You mean to say
Yes.
Cesar Romero isn't your favorite Joker?
No,
God
But-
no.
I mean he's not a bad Joker, like in the sense of makeup, but
Mm.
anything else is just really not.
No, it
scary.
was just pure like fucking cheese,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, as Connor said there, that was his Batman for years on Saturday morning. It used to be always on, and you could not watch it. Like,
I mean, you're looking at that's
Rob.
your dad's Batman.
I've got my carousel reversal spray.
But it's like a lot of people in this generation would look at Henry Cavill's Superman, and they were like, and then if someone mentions Christopher Reeves, they're like, oh,
They'll
that
be
was
like,
my
who?
dad's Superman.
Well, at least nobody's mentioning Brandon Ruth. Fuck that guy. That
Well,
was
do you
such
know,
a bad Superman.
I'll make the claim, right, because he came back as Superman, the Kingdom Come Superman in Crisis on Infinite Earths on the
Yeah.
CW, and dude, I swear to God, man, he was fucking brilliant Superman in that episode. I just think
CW stands for can't watch.
no, but what I think it was is like, how good of a Superman can you actually be if your director puts you in a movie where for 2.5 hours you mope around and go, I'm looking through Lois's window with my extra vision. I hope she takes her underwear off soon.
Well,
I
that's when
miss
the
her
director's
so
a bit of a
much.
fucking pedo anyway.
It made him into a mopey fucking prick, like Kingdom Come Superman there. Like he actually was so good in it. So I think if it was a better Superman movie, and it was, because you have to look back at his like what's his name? Fucking God.
That movie
Brian
was full of
Singer
rap.
basically made a fanboy Richard Donner Superman movie.
Directed by a rapist, and there was a
You know, he was
rapist on the
handed
set.
rakes of money to make a fanboy film.
Kevin Spacey in it as well. Definitely
But,
something wrong with that movie.
Do you know what I mean, man? Fucking hell.
I haven't seen it, but I mean, so the only good thing I'll have to say about Brandon Routh, maybe he got a shit script and he got a super director.
He was trapped in a bad Superman movie.
That is basically it, man. Because I mean, the dude, like really and truly did. I mean, to his credit, was very close at looking and how he acted and everything to Christopher Reeves.
So that's the problem. To me, that was the problem. He looked too close to Christopher Reeves, whereas Cavill broke the mold.
No, but do you know that? And this is a weird thing I didn't notice until a few years later. Was Superman Returns was actually a quasi sequel to Superman 1 and 2, not attached to 3 and 4.
I've heard that because
it was just a budget or something.
And you know where they leaned into that more was in the when he came back as Kingdom Come Superman in the CW's Infinite and Crisis, or Crisis on Infinite Earths, that show. He actually talks about, like, basically Brandon Routh's Superman is basically Christopher Reeve's sequel Superman. That's the connection.
And this is why DC will fail, people, because you have to watch shows.
No, but I mean, like, obviously,
you know, piece it all together.
I mean, I agree completely. I think and do you want to know another story about this as well, Bruno? Do you remember everyone that watched this movie, like Superman Returns, like, oh my god, it's so fucking boring, and he does nothing, and it's fucking he fights a rock in the sky. I mean, people complained at how boring that movie was, and shortly after that, Man of Steel came out and wanted to do. They fucking killed everything. They blew up everything. It was a complete. Oh well, we have to make this way. Like, you know, going home.
Do you know what I really?
It was a counter reaction to the reaction to that movie. Is what I got from it anyway.
Yeah, go on. Right, you were gonna say something, Brian?
I think like Man of Steel was released in a different time period as well, where the time period we're in now, where everyone will complain about something. And even if it's the opposite way, they'll complain the opposite way, you know?
Of course, yeah.
So, like...
But the one thing that I really liked about Man of Steel, so this is going to sound really stupid, but when they are fighting, that is actually how I imagined the fight would happen.
Yes.
Exactly.
And as a stupid point of comparison, it actually reminded me of Dragon Ball Z, like when they are fight. But I'm okay with that. Like, he is Superman. He's supposed to be fast. He's supposed to hit like a fucking brick, right? That's perfect. And likewise, when he's getting hit, it's gonna hurt. And I love that, and I actually love the whole storyline. I was telling Brian, like, I would have loved to seen a Krypton story with, like, did I say Krypton? Krypton, with like Russell Crowe and like the mom, and just actually seeing maybe that internal power struggle that they're having and just seeing it brew. I would have loved to see that, like the 2 years prior to the ending. That would have been awesome.
We've talked about this before, and Brian knows this. I would listen to Russell Crowe talk on a blank screen for 2 fucking hours. I love to do it.
Yeah.
You know, so the minute I found out he was going to be playing fucking Jor-El, I was like, yerked. But anyway, we went fucking on a...
Yeah, sorry. Massive tangent.
We've got 2 trailers and a what if to get through.
Let's just go through what if quickly, because I thought it was not great this week at all. The ending.
What was the...
Exactly.
Shit, I'm thinking.
So the Avengers of the multiverse came together, or Guardians of the Multiverse.
Yeah, Guardians of the Multiverse.
Like 90% of them was Doctor Strange, and 10% was the rest.
Can I just say one thing? Do you know when, like, The Witcher, and it was just done in such a way as it was like The Witcher would show up and go, like, it's like, Killmonger, you've been chosen. Gamora, you've been chosen. Do you know this kind of thing?
Not you, Stark.
No, that's what I was getting to. That was one thing when that happened. I was going, they're like what?
They've done.
It was like they went out of their way to fucking like rail Tony Stark in the ass through this entire show.
Yep.
You know,
Absolutely.
and another thing, it was one of these things as well. It's like, so Tony Stark got fucking rail ended. Like in every fucking episode he was in, he was meant to look like a joke in this entire run.
Yeah.
And they went out of their way to try and push the narrative that like, oh, Captain Marvel is the strongest Avenger. Where the fuck was she in the final team? Fucking dead. So fuck that bitch. All right.
But do you also think that
agenda is taking over again.
No. I'm joking, obviously. But no, but like what I mean by that is like all this, like they spent an entire thing pushing the agenda that like Captain Marvel is the John Cena of the MCU. We're gonna keep pushing him.
Why you can't see
pushing
her?
him.
Okay.
No. It's like this thing in wrestling, like pushing a person constantly. She's the strongest. You love her. Look at her. She's amazing. Until it gets to the point where like I fucking hate this character.
But
I didn't find that.
I have a theory on the Tony Stark thing.
What,
So
okay,
they're trying to bury him so people will forget about it.
Yes, actually. So it's that, but I think that there's a reason for them to do that, right? Think about it like this. What is the reason for them to tarnish Tony's memory? It's like there's no reason, because realistically, you're always going to be like, oh yeah, Tony did this. He like the snap, he in the final moments he made the judgment call, like in Avengers 1 when he's going up. Like there's no reason to trash Tony, right? There was no reason for it. There's no need. You could easily use him as inspiration for like future teams, and like look at the sacrifice and things that he's done. But I see Grace. Yeah, she's our guest.
Do you want to pop your head into the actual podcast for once instead of
do it?
Hello.
Say goodnight to our podcast people.
Hi.
You could just hear her every week.
I know, lurking in the background.
Part of the show.
The mascot. Grace. Do us a favor. Hit him again.
Do it. You got to wind up. Grace.
Grace, I actually have a recording of you slapping tubs in school.
He does, yes.
Nice.
Go to bed at school in the morning.
The face. That is the proper teenager face. I'm expecting to see that in a few years.
Oh, you will. Hi, Chris.
Good luck.
Their face was like spot on. It's like done.
She's always coming in kind of like, are you on a podcast? It's like, I am. So I'm like,
you're talking about Brie Larson again, aren't you?
Grace, as soon as she hears the C word, she's like, oh, Brie Larson, fuck's sake.
She's like, I'm going to go to bed.
But anyway, so I think that the reason that they're burying him is I reckon he will make an appearance in the next stage. Maybe not phase 1 of the second arc of Marvel Universe, but I think that he will make an appearance.
I think he'll appear in the Ironheart TV show because I've been reading the comic and.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anymore.
Okay.
His AI had sort of built her own suit, and he's the voice of the AI basically. So.
Oh, okay.
It'd be pretty cool.
You reckon he's going to end up being the new Jarvis?
Oh my god.
Sort of, not the same though.
We don't have Jarvis now. Who do we have? What was?
No, it's Vision. Friday. Mr. Stark, you've got new armor there, Mr. Stark.
Another thing
from
that
Tipperary.
Did you find as well with this, and especially with the last few episodes, did you see it was like the MCU was trying to retcon Black Widow, as in like, oh, we should have killed Hawkeye in the Endgame and not Black Widow? Did it not seem like a complete alteration of it?
I think you're all
because even how it ended with all this like this world lost their widow. Now you just slide on in.
But she wasn't. It's not that universe she returned to. She returned to the universe where Loki was taken over, where Hank killed them all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like, when they said at the end, it's like, oh, this universe lost their widow. It's that felt for me. It felt like, oh, that's your end game now. Like, do you know what I mean? It just felt like, oh, we'll just slide you back in.
Do you reckon we will get another widow? And I don't mean Florence Pugh. I mean.
No, I think she's dead.
No, but I don't mean Scarlett Johansson. I mean Lake Bell.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I
man,
doubt
shame.
it.
I could just do with her voice then.
I mean, look, I could be completely wrong on this, guys, but I genuinely do think at some point in time you will see Downey, Evans, and fucking Johansson back.
I think
Oh,
Scarlet. I
Yeah,
don't
because-
like.
No, the reason I say that, Brian, is because now they're heading very much into a multiverse. thing
Yeah, but
where they
in
can-
saying
No, but
that,
I don't mean that. But what I mean is, it'll make it very easy for Feige to go, well, we've kind of opened the door to, like, you know, so we can kind of break some rules and push some barriers. So we can kind of go like, oh, this is from an alternate Earth, and this is from another thing. They can do it. Like, there's by opening that gate open.
I'd like to see
it's
them bring
very
back some of
doable.
the early villains if they're going to do that,
The early villains. What do you mean?
like Ronan and all the likes of them.
Bring it on. Give them a second go.
What was the elf dude's name again? Oh, Malekith.
Malekith.
See, you can't remember because they got so fucking shafted fucking so
No,
fast.
I just said Malachi Black in my head from AEW. So, but yeah. Jonathan said, or sorry, Damien said, Brian, we know you're good at impressions. So for the audience, give us your best Lex Luthor quote from Kevin Spacey. Wrong. I can't even remember that.
Wrong!
We got Tubbs, so I'm not going to try it.
No,
Wrong.
yeah, I mean, like, I broke the.
But,
I could see if I can do one in a different voice.
Go on
Do a
then.
Christopher Walker one. Christopher Walken, go on.
No, wait a minute.
Wrong.
Give me a line to say.
I'm a pretty princess and I love rainbows.
Wait, go again.
I'm a pretty princess, and I love rainbows.
And I love rainbows. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because whichever person you're going to choose, it's going to be such an antithesis. Like, come on.
Go. I'm a pretty princess and I like rainbows.
That's actually pretty fucking good.
Wow.
I will destroy your one ring. Nice.
Yeah, I was.
Oh wow, Tubbs, that was really impressive. I really like that.
Thank you, Master. Thank you very much, Smeagol.
My God.
Oh,
Fair play, man. Fair play to you both.
I've learned it over time. It's all about catching the gargle in the throat.
I don't know about that, Tubbs.
See? Stupid fat hobbit.
Mate, that is
Okay,
that's actually really good. Fucking
Thanks,
fair
dude.
play.
that was class. Where were we? Jonathan said, not just Tony, Thor was a complete farce, as was Peter Quill. And I suppose
Thor was a joke, man.
And I suppose Steve Rogers. Damien says, escape while you can, Grace. And Jonathan also goes on to say, he says, multiverse is going to turn normies away in droves. And once Disney seen box office numbers drop, the multiverse will go bye-bye. I don't know.
No, but I don't think it'll go
That's not
bye-bye, but I think that's when they'll start bringing in the old faces again.
Maybe they will hit the nostalgia factor, but I'm not being funny. Like a lot of the
I don't think this multiverse thing will last anyway through another phase. I think this will be a one-off.
But I think that this is a way for them to bring in a lot of characters.
Oh no, but that's exactly what I mean. Is it gives them that option to like bring back certain characters, to bring in brand new characters that haven't been there by opening up this multiverse door.
Yeah, it's to bring in the Netflix guys and the X-Men, I suppose. I don't think it's a permanent feature. Like anyway.
I don't think so either. I think this will be a bringing them back, and I'm fine with it. But like to Jonathan's point, I don't think there's going to be normies turning away numbers or whatever it is. Like I think
because
Marvel,
they're good movies in general anyway. Without
they are, but I think what will happen, what will turn them away the most is when they bring out the new Avengers team, if they have Captain Marvel as like the Captain America, people will be like, fuck this shit, I'm out, you know?
That's just you.
He ain't even got a shield to swing, like, you know?
Maybe, but
just
maybe
a massive
bring
ego.
back Peggy Carter from the
Captain Carter.
Captain Carter.
But it looks like she's happy enough in her reality now as well. Like, so I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Shit.
as
That was
I mean, me and
another
Brian
good ending
both
on
said
What
it
If.
about this episode, though. It seemed like this episode seemed like it needed 2 episodes to really flesh it out. This seemed very rushed and compacted.
It did have 2 episodes, and the first episode was way better.
No. But what I mean is, this episode alone looked like it, like to
But
me,
you're like
it should have had more.
they even left out the Gamora and Tony one because of COVID or something.
This
which is
super
disappointing.
disappointing. That
Mm.
because I'm not being funny. I would have rather they delayed that. Like, what, 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Screw it. Then they should have delayed the whole what if for that.
Yeah,
But I mean,
that's
time is money, though, I presume.
maybe,
but
but
looking at it this way as well, man. Like out of it, like out
She
of
didn't
the
add a
whole-
whole lot anyway to the last episode, to be honest.
No,
no, that's true.
but even looking at things, like I was even thinking, it was like, you know the way, like you look back at episodes, or like the one with Thor, you know, he was like party tour in Vegas and all this.
Yeah, it's just
I
a
was-
fun tour. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a fun tour, but I was thinking, it was like, what if, you know, what if Thor actually killed Thanos before the snap?
Yeah, that'd
You
have
know,
been cool.
that would have been a cool fucking episode to explore, like, you know, because he wouldn't have had the PTSD. He would have, you know, it would have been a very different fucking scenario. You know, and what would have that have opened up? But overall, I
Yeah.
mean, for me, with the what if, like, it's been a good watch.
I enjoyed it.
But I have found it has been up and down and dark.
Definitely.
You know,
I'm
It
looking
hasn't been a
forward
clean
to.
sweep.
I'm really looking forward to Hawkeye starting, to be honest, because I read this, as I was saying last week. I read the graphic novel they're prepare running it off
Basing
of,
it off.
and it's gonna, if they do anything like that, it's gonna be really good, I think.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed this what if. I think it was just a culmination. It's the only downside of the what if, right, is as I said, like they usually need to flesh things out. And yes, I know that they had 1 episode, but the problem is you had a massive hypervillain like Ultron. The thing that I found frustrating about this Ultron, he looks awesome, he looks great, but why is he destroying everything? I can understand why he's destroying Earth.
Peace.
Yeah, right? Because he's seen it, but why is he destroying anything else? Like, what is that logic? Like, what's the reason?
You know why? Because the Watcher can't stop monologuing.
He's like, fuck this.
If he shut up, yeah, he would have.
But see, this is the thing about it as well. It's like, I mean, and it's another thing was like, for the entire thing, you know, from like the opening credits, it's like, you know, I'm the Watcher. I, you know, watch all these different realities, and you know, I ponder the question, what if, you know, and this, like, the whole thing is, and then by the end of this season, then he's building a team. He's like Tony. He's like fucking. He's Samuel L. Jackson. This fucking. This
That's
shit,
why
like,
it's called If He Broke His Oath, though, isn't it?
No, but it seemed very kind of like all right, like
Did
it's
you
just
guys-
like he couldn't shut up talking. Then Joe Ultron's like, oh, there must be more over here. But I get
Yeah.
to Bruno's point as well. It seems like very kind of like, oh, he's got to destroy everything now.
It's gratuitous though. Like, there's
Yeah,
no,
it was just like, why? You know?
So Thanos and the snap. Why did he do it? Well, he wants to halve the resources so that the universe can succeed. It's psychotic, but it kind of makes you understand his point of view, and that's why they give you the whole Titan story. I liked it. I think that, like, Brian, you and I had this conversation, right? I'm not saying he's not a genocidal maniac, but I could get his point of view.
Yeah.
Is what I'm
But
saying.
they're the best villains, man. And this is why I'll make the argument as well, as I'm jumping
Yeah.
over to DC for a second. This is why Zod was such a good fucking villain in Man of Steel.
Yeah,
Because
Zod was
every
good.
single point he made, he believed he was right. Do you know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
the best villains. And that was the
And-
same with Thanos.
Yeah,
Thanos believed in his heart of hearts that what he was doing was for the good of
Yeah.
of humanity.
But
Or whatever.
what made Thanos a villain was he wouldn't be swayed. And
Yeah.
Star-Lord in that episode swayed him and found a better way.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
But just very quickly, did you guys not find it weird that the Watcher has already fought Ultron, right? Yet when he gathers his super team,
He doesn't fight with them. Yeah.
It's like, bitch, you've already broken your oath. You've already gathered the
Yes,
super
that's my
team.
point.
Why the fuck aren't you fighting? Like, you already proved that you're a badass bitch. Get in there.
He got his ass handed to him, so he's a bit of a
Oh, and I
pussy as
think
well.
we're forgetting one major fucking part of this episode was when like Killmonger casually puts on the fucking Ultron suit.
Oh,
I was gonna go, what the fuck is this about? Like,
how did that even end again? Like, I'm trying to think about it.
They were trapped in a thing by Doctor
Oh,
Strange.
that's right.
And he was locked away as well. Back in his cage.
I thought that was just so. You know what I found really disappointing about that? Killmonger is just chasing power for no reason.
Mm.
That's the thing that annoyed me about it. Like, why do you want the Infinity Stones? Like, why did you want to become the Black Panther in the first place? Point one. Like, what was the whole point?
Because he felt persecuted by the white man, basically.
Well, yeah, like he hated obviously what Wakandans did to his dad, like,
or what they didn't do to save his brothers in the real world.
Yeah, but then, like, why do you want to now want all this power? What are you going to do with it? Nothing. You just power hungry. My problem was like there was no good narrative. There was no good reason for them to be that way. That was my beef with some of the characters. I enjoyed the fight bits though.
And another thing was with Gamora being there in like high fucking like it kind of left a bit of a loop open as well to the like when Thanos showed up in the zombie episode.
Oh whole, yeah.
Like, how did he get the buzz on? Like who did he kill to get that? Because don't you have to give a soul to take it? You can't just take it off someone. Or am I wrong in that?
When did they?
That was just zombies? To take it off Vormir, though, isn't it?
Oh, like I said this to Brian. I want a what if they're going to be doing episodes. I want a what if episode about Red Skull, and like actually explaining to me how the fuck he became that Vormir Spectre and being sucked into the thing. Like what happened from the point? Because he just showed up, and I genuinely thought like at some point we were going to like get more Red Skull.
I understand why. Yeah.
I mean, he was just a floating guy there going, you must choose. Or a what if of fucking Cat going fucking back through all the fucking timelines to return the stones.
Did you not find that weird though? Like about the stone, like, so you're telling me, Red Skull, that once you use your power, you end up in this place, and now you can only guide others to it. Okay, fine. A few things. Why can you only guide people to it? Okay, is this because you don't love anyone? Because it seems like you're stuck in this planet specifically for this purpose, right?
And what put him there?
Yeah, exactly. And then
because it was the space stone that did it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But they've never like fully broken down like and explained that.
But also, if you are Red Skull, why the fuck are you helping anyone? Like, if it was me, I'd be like, yeah, if you both jump off, they'll get the stones. Do it. No, go on, do it. Hey, like I'd be like getting my vengeance. One Avenger.
Not vengeance.
Didn't he say like though it was a past life that he? I don't know. We don't know how long he's out there. Like,
imagine if he's a what if from an alternative universe that got stuck there. That would be sick. I would
see. There you go, Bruno. That's what I mean. Is like, I mean, that's an entire what if episode right there.
Yeah, that is a what if explaining what actually happened to Red Skull would be nice.
And what if Red Skull came back?
Yeah,
and
it would be a bad time for the Germans.
But this is where the whole thing with the stones gets fucking loose and fucking in play with me as well, man. Is like even when you look at like fucking Cap going back, returning the stones, yeah. Like, so what's the protocol for handing a stone back?
Oh yeah, you just chuck it back down the well.
No, like what do you do? Do you lay it there? Does that reverse something? Does that give someone back their soul? What the fuck happens?
I don't know. I have one. Not mine. It's a minor grief. I saw that I didn't say anything about the gauntlet because I get it. It's from the character.
I suppose you asked the ancient one what to do.
The agent.
No, but I always wondered that. Like I always wondered, like, all right, if someone gives their soul for you to get control of the stone,
you get a soul back.
And then when Cap went back to like bring soul, obviously he put them all back. But like, what happens then? Does he reverse the whole thing with Widow?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think he can. But anyway, the minor grief is Ultron, who's a super intelligent being. Why the fuck? Like, why the fuck is he wearing the stones on the outside? Why do you need to parade? Like, if you are Ultron, why
Because he's got Tony Stark's ego. That's why.
That's a good. That is a great answer.
But to be fair, like, I mean, how did they take him down?
Doctor Strange did magic.
They digitally roofied him and had a Russian computer like get inside him.
They Independence Day him, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Uploaded a virus like it's 1994.
Did you not notice in this as well that like how strong Black Widow was in this arc?
That's because she'd survived for so long.
But she was the one to survive it all. I mean, which was so insane that I found there's certain characters in this What If series got a lot of fucking love. And some of them I was genuinely happy with. I was like, that's fucking cool. Do you know what I mean? Fucking, and I know I make jokes about fucking Captain Marvel the whole time and I fucking rip on it and all that. But it was good to see them flesh her out a lot more in this show. Do you know what I mean?
Jonathan Redmond made a great point there, and I thought this as I was watching it. He said, why didn't Mobius on the Loki show not stop Ultron? They use Infinity Gems as paperweights.
I have an answer for this one.
Go on before I tell you mine.
Well, because this obviously happened once all the timelines started going to shit. It's like trying to catch all the grains of sand in your hands. Like,
yeah, good answer, I suppose. I was thinking though, like, didn't they kind of explain that every reality has their own set of Infinity Gems and Infinity, whatever they call them in this.
Okay,
gems they call them in the comic. But when he keeps going across different universes, shouldn't the ones he has on them depower?
No, I think we talked about this last week. When he's fighting the Watcher, it's like instead of having like the ability to turn back time and to fucking bend reality,
he's not really using them.
He doesn't.
But he does turn back time.
He doesn't actually do any of that, man. He's firing fucking energy beams at him in different colors.
No, hold on. When he's fighting the Watcher, yes. But when at the fights at the end, doesn't he reverse time?
He does.
Yeah, so like the stones are working, but then like to your point, like it should just be a paperweight because when Gamora gets the Stone Destroyer or whatever,
it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work because they're different. It's like,
yeah, from her, it's supposed to destroy her.
So it's big.
Do you think that they actually don't even fucking know themselves?
It's a possibility, Tubbs.
No, but all jokes aside, like, because
yeah, of course it does. Yeah,
they work for something. Then, do you know what I mean? Like, they're saying it doesn't work outside the reality. Then he's reversing time outside reality. Then the thing doesn't work. Yeah. So I mean, it's muddy. It's muddled. It's like it's like it works for when they need it to work. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and explain something to me. So, just working through the timelines, this Ultron in Windows Universe, right? Not Mega Ultron, just regular Ultron who just fucking wipes out everything. He's killed everyone, including Stephen Strange. So and what's Tilda Swinton's character's name?
The Ancient One.
Thank you. He kills her, which means he gets the Time Stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
He obviously has the Mind Stone from Vision. Or because he uses Vision's body, right?
He is Vision.
He is Vision, exactly. So he has 2 stones. Why doesn't Thanos show up in that universe?
We don't know that he does.
Now, I know I have to agree there because to Bruno's point, there is a part in this episode where Doctor Strange drops all the fucking zombies and Wanda down into that fucking fight, right? But in that episode, Vision still had the fucking the Mind Stone, and Thanos had all of the fucking the things on his head, and he was a zombie. So how does that all how does Strange know to drop that universe into that, and Strange wasn't in that episode?
Yeah.
What if a pile of fuckery then?
Now, and the other question is, why are we thinking so goddamn hard about fictional characters and cartoon bases? And they're fucking
Because it's a podcast, Tom. So this is what we do.
yes, it's fucking true.
So
No,
before
but
we
all
go,
jokes aside,
let's just quickly go through the trailers.
yes.
Is anybody still interested in Game of Thrones?
I mean, this is a prequel, right?
Yeah, it's about the
Yeah, so-
Targaryens.
No, so my
Yeah.
point to that is if this is a prequel, and I do remember the first 7 seasons to being epic,
First, yeah.
Different writers.
because let's be honest, season 8, shat the bed,
Oh my god.
right?
It's-
But so if it's before,
you couldn't even change the sheets.
It
It's shut
felt,
the bed
it
so
felt
much.
like they Ryan Johnston did.
and I
Come
will.
on, that's a whole podcast right there.
Like I will be honest about it. Seeing the full Iron Throne, like
It looked class.
it looks so
Yeah.
cool. I mean, look, I'm the guy that like Brian. I don't know, Bruno, has Brian have I ever said this? But I didn't watch Game of Thrones when it first came out.
Mm.
It took me 7 years to watch Game of Thrones.
Me too. It took
I-
me.
I-
ages.
binge
It
watched
took
it
me
in
ages.
two
I
and a half
started on season 4, I think.
I think
When
I
season
was,
4 was out, I started watching.
Like
I
I
think it was
wasn't a beginning
5 or
guy
6.
on that show.
No, me neither. I was not into the show at all. And then I just remember like everybody going on. I knew like a fuck ton of spoilers because I'm always on like meme websites and my god, it was spoilers galore. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit about this anyway, so screw it, scroll. And as you watching it, you're like, this might be some fantasy shit. There might be but this is some mature shit going on. Like there is some fucking brutality.
It was medieval Walking Dead, basically, for a while.
Yeah, it was. Right? Awesome. But fuck me, that ending. Like, those last 2 seasons, just, what are you doing? Like, you guys should be neutered. Just, your fingers chopped off. You do not deserve to write. Done.
And you realize, like, they had a Star Wars trilogy on their plate there at one point, and that's
And it never
vanished.
happened.
It's vanished.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
But
That's why you only got like what was it, 6
I
episodes?
tell, like a lot of people blame them for rushing through the last 2 series because they want to make their Star Wars movie. Well, fuck those guys now. So
Yeah, they can.
Jonathan says, we all know how this new Game of Thrones series will end. Yes, we do, because it's a prequel.
Hey!
Yes, but
Yes.
but this is to my point. Ending cannot be as bad as the ending to the one we got originally.
I wouldn't say that.
But that being said, knowing the
But,
ending,
but you know where it goes, so you'd be
Yeah.
happy regardless.
It's
But
a question.
I'm okay.
It's a question of the journey, not the
Mm.
destination.
here's what I will say about the ending. So you know where it's going, but I would love if they rewrote some of the shit. So you obviously know about the Mad King, etc., etc. And yeah, I think this is going to be the story. I think showing how it got to that dynasty, right? That's the whole point. But I would
And
love if
the whole
yeah.
was it 7 Kingdoms, isn't it?
7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something. I haven't watched that shit in ages. But
I can't remember.
it would be nice if actually the facts that you see in the show don't match what you think is actually what you've seen in Game of Thrones, because actually history is rewritten by
Stuff
the
gets
victors.
lied about. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
stories change through the ages.
Exactly. It's exactly
Yes.
that. So
And what's the other one? Victory. The victor shall write the spoils, or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
exactly, history is written by the victor. Like
There we go.
It's like the Bible. You know, it's basically, you know what I mean, like something happened, and then by the time they got it
now
into
that's
like,
an insane graphic novel, my friend.
yeah, that is the most fucked up fucking sci-fi novel I've ever wrote.
Yeah,
Written,
instant graphic
wrote. Can't remember what I'm saying. What am I saying? Yeah, anyway, but the Bible is one of those books where it's fucking folklore. It's Chinese whispers, man. It's, you know, it's all this shit added in, you know.
It's about a
Like
lad called
fucking-
Jesus.
Peter sent Paul down to get an apple, and then he fucked a fucking huge fucking snake with his man's fucking fucking headphones on, and it was crazy.
Yeah. How do you know it wasn't an eel?
Exactly. You know, how do you know that eel wasn't his fucking uncle's fucking dick?
Anyway,
Okay.
You know.
so let's move on quickly to
Oh, yeah, sorry.
before we get cancelled.
You should call this the cancel culture cast.
Hey, you can't get mad at that. We were talking Game of Thrones about dragons and incest. So,
That's true. That's true.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Resident Evil trailer
Yes.
looks like they used all the budget somewhere.
Okay, so all jokes aside about like I've heard it like because I even watched Paddy Murphy from That's Why Paddy Plays actually like had a review
A reaction on that.
he had a reaction up yesterday. And I've seen a lot of other people talk about the dodgy CGI.
I have a thought. When I watched it first, initially, I really liked it because it looked like to have a lot of the stuff from the game in it. It looked to be really, what's the word? Very similar to what we know, and it didn't have any Mila Jovovich's in it, so that's always a plus for Resident Evil. But I watched it a few more times after that because you know Mick Bruno, he was like, "That's fucking shite. It looks like fucking Sci-Fi Channel shit."
Yeah.
And the more I watched it, I was like, "You know what?
He's wrong.
He's fucking right. Like it looks so fucking cheap."
It does. It really does. I mean,
but like they were setting out to make a 90s horror game, and they made a 90s horror movie, which
yeah. So here's the thing. You don't know how good it's going to be until you watch it.
Exactly.
The trailer to me hasn't really sold it. I think it's just a video game movie at this point.
Hey guys,
they aren't always bad.
I mean, they might look at some of the feedback from these trailers and they might kind of go, "Oh, maybe we need to fix the CGI before this goes out."
One thing I would say about it though is the set design looks really good.
Yes.
It looks really faithful to the game. But my problem is there's bits from 0, 1, and 2 in it. I would have rathered if they just stuck to 1. It just seems like a mismatch of everything.
From what it seems to me, I mean, as I said, I haven't seen it, so I don't know, like as I said, 100%, but it seems like they've mashed 1 and 2 together and kind of split the 2 on a buddy journey, like you go to the mansion and we go into the city, kind of that kind of thing. And to be fair, I mean, like the shot of the zombie turning around, I thought
that was cool because it's straight up fan service.
But that's straight up nostalgia, man. Just you know.
But like,
it is that thing, Brian, where like there's a lot of sections of it in the trailer where I was kind of going, oh, okay, like that big creature crawling down off the fucking wall. That looked
the liquor.
No, not the liquor. I actually thought the liquor looked pretty damn fucking good.
Yeah, he did.
It's the big creature with the eyes on it and stuff.
I didn't like that. I thought that was just overkill.
Paddy and all even said it in his video and everything that it actually looked like it was from the video game.
Yeah, it did. But like,
it was very computer generated.
That was the thing.
In the trailer itself, right? You've got Lisa Trevor, who I think was from Resident Evil 0. I'm not 100% sure of that.
The one which is kind of
the thing over her face, and you've got William Birkin as well, who's from the second game. And they're in the mansion, which looks really small as well, if I'm being honest.
Honestly,
that's Birkin.
Now what? I'm hoping it's just the lighting in the shot.
But this to me put me off it. I know this sounds crazy, but I remember playing Resident Evil as a kid. I shat my pants playing that video game. Like that was scary. Like it was scary, right? You have ominous music. You don't have a lot of happening.
That fucking ticking clock.
Yeah, you were on bare resources. I would have much preferred if they actually did the mansion and then Raccoon City as separate ones. And honestly,
that's what I want as well.
If they did the mansion, they could make that shit scary as fuck. Like
why not like make it instead of this big stupid dumb action movie? Make it a proper low budget tense horror movie in the mansion.
Yeah.
All right. So where do you fall on the casting?
I'm alright with it. I don't.
I mean, the guy.
I've heard so many people bitching about Leon.
Yeah, like that's where I was going.
Yeah, but I mean,
really?
look, I mean, and I'll be honest, right? I've seen Evan Jogia in a lot of things since his days in Victorious.
Yeah,
he played the pretty boy in Victorious. That's who it is, man.
Wait, do they?
Remember that show, the Nickelodeon show that had like Ariana Grande, Victoria Justice?
No, I stopped watching Nickelodeon when I was 14.
See, I got fucking daughters, man, so they watch this shit all the time, So and he's Evan Jogi as the guy that played Beck in that show. And he's the Canadian kid, but he was in like Zombieland Double Tapped and all them, and he seems to have come on well. But
yeah,
like when I saw him, I heard a lot of people freaking out, going, "He looks nothing like Leon." I was like,
I suppose if he gets the character right, that won't matter. And
yeah, exactly. And you know what? I keep man every single I kick myself in the ass because every time I get her name wrong. Kaya fucking
Scaladario or something.
Yeah, I think she looks brilliant as Claire.
I thought she was fine. But
yeah, I think she's brilliant. I think she's a fantastic actress as well, man. I genuinely do think she's brilliant. I've liked her in a lot of stuff,
I'm trying
everything
to
from
where I've seen
Skins up to fucking Crawl. I've enjoyed her.
So before we go any further, Mick says no Brie Larson rent. Thank God.
No, I actually I had a couple of jabs, not a rent.
But Damien says homework for next week. Mr. Freeze arc. Bring it on. See who we want as him. Bryan Cranston. There we go.
Can we seriously talk? That's like one of my favorite DC fucking stories
next
ever,
week.
man.
You went all in on that.
Yep. Brightest Day says hail Brightest Day. Mikey Jason says I don't think with a month out from premiere, I don't think that CGA is changing. Also, good evening, Brian, Bruno, Tubbs, and viewers. How are you, Mikey?
Hope
Mr. Casey.
And Jonathan says director bragged about spending the fortune on certain sets, so I guess that's where the CGI budget went. And Mick says I couldn't play Resident Evil games because of the spiders.
I didn't finish it.
That's you have against the spiders.
I didn't finish that shit.
The first one.
No, I didn't finish any of them. Like, bearing in mind, this is in a time where you didn't have any walkthroughs. Like, it's not going on YouTube. What do I do at this point? It's just
the walkthroughs in here, man.
All right.
Getting right in here, man.
All right. I'm not smart. We know this. Move on.
You should check out the remasters, man.
Yeah, they're class.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know if I want to poop my pants. I don't know. It's
Wear
one of those
nappy.
things that I could, but then I'll run out of nappies.
Or whatever you do, don't play Resident Evil 7 on VR. That's pretty intense.
It's pretty intense without the VR, man.
Really?
Not as much.
Yeah.
Have you played it on VR, Tubbs?
Which was the Resident Evil?
I played a section of it on VR, yeah.
Did you play the bit where she comes up the stairs?
It's the first person view one, dude.
There you go.
Like fucking Texas Chainsaw.
So Resident Evil 6, you guys
welcome to the family, son.
Resident Evil 6, was it a good game?
6 was shite.
Yeah, well the logo was
6 was a weird fucking bag, man. Like
they tried to go all action and it didn't work.
No, it wasn't all action. Like when you picked Leon, you kind of went back to the number 1 and 2 style zombie.
I love this picture.
Like number 4-ish. But then Chris was on it actually. Yeah, it was weird.
Look. It looks like someone is blowing a giraffe. Oh. Look.
Wow.
It does. It really does.
Oh my God, we're never going to be able to unsee this now. Like,
Mikey says, from playing Resident Evil 2 as a kid, just the loading screen alone makes me cack my pants. Yeah, doors closing and opening makes me shit myself too.
And it was the noise. It was the ominous noise, like you hearing stuff happening.
Do you know what they have to have in that movie? Barry, the guy playing Barry, whoever he is, where he has to say, "Oh, you were almost a Jill sandwich."
Oh my God.
That's one of the lines in the game.
And Mr. X then as well can suck my balls.
Mr. X. Okay. Okay.
He annoyed me so fucking much.
The best part of Resident Evil 1, the first one, is the acting. How bad it is.
Oh yeah.
Blood. Oh, this isn't Chris's blood. It's hilarious.
But yeah, so I mean, overall, I didn't hate the trailer. I'm really looking forward to the movie.
I think next week.
I hope it's good. But yeah, there are some dodgy. Like for me, it was one of those things where for dodgy CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. There's some dodgy CGI, but there's also some really fucking cool moments in the trailer as well.
There is
But,
the
like-
one thing I would say about CGI: less is more.
Yeah, show, don't
Yeah.
tell. Don't tell, show. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was right first time.
This is why I said before about all the old school fucking horror movies like fucking Friday the 13th and things. When you just see the axe or the fucking machete come down and it cuts to black, you're like, oh my god, what happened? You know, it's
So-
left to the imagination.
What did we say we talk about next week? You just said about 5 minutes ago. My brain.
Oh,
is
fucking
exhausted.
Doctor, Mr. Freeze. Now, to break this down, are we talking about his arc in the animated show, in the comic books, or are we just breaking down like?
I'm
would
not
we
the
like
expert
to
here.
play him in live
No.
action? And,
Same.
It can be your baby, Tubbs. You
okay.
can tell us.
Yeah.
And what is it? Yeah, I was gonna do some action figure stuff, but obviously we can do that next week because it doesn't matter. We
Yeah,
all
because
have
I
fun
mean,
anyway.
yeah, we've talked about that, like then that the Doctor, or sorry, Mr. Freeze story arc, and the
Yeah.
Two-Face one, they'd be kind of like back and forth outside of like Joker and things. But yeah, there's just something about the fucking Doctor or Mr. Freeze keeps in Doctor Mr. Freeze fucking arc that I really just fucking love.
Dr. Two-Face.
Do you know Dr. Two-Face and Mr. fucking
But
pediatrician Freeze?
yeah, so we've went really over time tonight, and that's
Yeah.
fine
Yeah.
because it was a celebration. So, guys, thank you for coming on board again once more for episode 32. And tomorrow I will be dropping a review of the Jurassic Park Amber Collection Velociraptor from the Lost World. So that's out at 10. And check that out. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And again, thank you everyone for all your lovely comments during the week on my video yesterday. That was fucking awesome. And yeah, so on the road to 1,000, as they say,
Hey, what are you
Come
doing
here.
at 1,000?
having a nice cold drink.
We should have like an actual stream for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we should come
do a
on a stream
drinking
for that. Like, get a couple of people on and just fucking just.
Yeah,
talk.
I'll do like every week here anyway. The door is open. But if we have 1,000, if I get 2,000, it's not a goal. It is a goal, sort of.
Yeah.
No rush,
You-
like.
No, but I mean, it's a goal that's personal to you, right? It's like me. It's like me with the film thing. I said to Brian before. I'm obsessed in my own brain about hitting the mark of 50.
I'm not obsessed though.
You know,
I wouldn't say that.
it means nothing
When
else
it,
to
when, it,
nobody
hap-
else.
when it
But-
happens, I'll be happy. There
I'll
we
be
go.
the same way as you, man. Once I hit 50, I'll be having a live stream.
Really?
But
Can I
Well,
do it?
Brian will be moderating it, but I will be like, "Hey, Brian, we hit 50." Well, I hit 50.
yeah, so let's leave it there, guys. And thanks once again for everybody. And yeah, when I do hit 1,000, I'll actually invite people and we'll have one big class
Yeah.
Yes.
stream.
And you can all have
Sauce.
drinks and so on and so forth.
Yeah, let's do a drinking game. Every time Tubbs
And I'll come up with a quiz. That
Every
won't
time
be-
Tubbs rages out about Brie Larson, you all have to drink a shot.
Jesus, I don't think my brain
No,
is prepared for the next
I mean,
day. That
I don't want to
The
die of
stream will be
alcohol
done in a
poisoning.
half an hour.
Be like,
It
Okay.
will be langers in an hour.
we could do a culture cost bingo. Anytime Bruno goes off on a rant, bingo. Anytime Tubbs calls Brie Larson a cunt, bingo. Well, actually, you probably need it like 5 times to count as.
What's my one?
Anytime Brian has to moderate us because we are too rowdy, bingo.
No, right.
I'm not ready
Anytime
for
Brian
that.
has to put us back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Okay, guys, it was tons of fun.
Thanks.
And
guys.
now our time has come to an end. I'm not going to sing.
I'm gonna go
Aw.
watch Man of Steel.
And thank you, guys. We will see you next week. See you during the week on my reviews and stuff. And yeah, see you. Bye.
Tubbs, do the
Bye.
wanking. Do the wanking, Tubbs.
No.
Aww.
Good night.